We're trying this for the third time. Let me fix this. I think this was more over there. Yeah. Okay. So let me explain to you what happened. For some reason, and if Joel, can you pull it up real quick on your computer? On your phone, to make sure we're working. I will pull it up on this computer since I have it right in front of me. For some reason, the computer just did not want to receive my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
So it just like blocked out everything, and of course, I was panicking, so I just started up on my MacBook, but then OBS, my MacBook could not handle OBS. It was so bad. All you heard was like loud fan blowing everywhere, and it was rough. So that did not work. But thankfully, I ran a speed test on my computer again, and it is back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete the other ones. That's number one. And then I'm going to what's it called? And then I'm just going to go from here. We'll be fine. So anyways, recent news we have the Dodgers. Who's Jake Berger again? Jake Berger from the White Sox. Okay, so he got traded. And a very interesting thing that just happened. So Eduardo Rodriguez was about to get traded to the Dodgers, but he has a no trade clause and he declined it, which is crazy because you're like, why would he do that? So we don't know what's going on. That we have it here pulled up, and yeah, so I'm still trying to get everything organized and set up because, like I said, everything was a mess. What did Steven say?
Same thing.
Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, we have no idea what's going on, but yeah, we're here. We're back. Hoping this one's will last this time, and we're going to go and delete the other videos because they're all useless. So yeah, Joel, what you got to say?
Nothing. I think that's actually crazy, to be honest. Eduardo Rodriguez, we know this whole trade deadline he's been looking forward to a trade. Everybody, many teams, Dodgers, Braves, big team that I saw was the Diamondbacks. They all wanted him, and now you see the Dodgers actually had a deal in place, and he just said no. So maybe he's looking for maybe a smaller market team, not a lot of attention. But what it's looking like is the only team that would really fit that would probably be the Orioles or the Diamondbacks. But a team like the Dodgers, you would expect him to go there. It's a huge team, definitely a World Series caliber team. But if he doesn't want to go there, something it's either internally he didn't like somebody there or somebody said no for him. But I just think maybe he just didn't want a huge market team. Maybe he wants to go somewhere else.
I just think it's insane because, like, the man the man literally was like, he could have went from the worst team ever to literally a possible World Series contender, and he straight up just vetoed it. My man said nope. So we got an hour and 3 minutes left till the trade deadline, and the Yankees still have done nothing. Joe, if you can you send the link back to the group chat? But Yankees have done nothing. Like, it's actually like crazy. I came into today. Have been asking the Rays about. So now we're getting news that the Yankees have been asking the Rays about Manuel Margot, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so we haven't really had much news. No crazy trades as of yet. We mentioned Jake Berger getting traded to the Marlins. I think that takes them out of the Glaber. I mean, he wasn't going to get traded, but that takes him out of the Glaber running. I guess we can look up some Jake Berger highlights and have it playing in the background. Let's take a look. Jake Berger highlights. And he literally, okay, so we can play this. All right.
So while you're doing that, let me just say this. The Marlins just got a third baseman who bats 214. He has 25 home runs this season, 52 RBIs, 1 stolen base, and an OPS of 806. A decent hitter. definitely somebody who can hit he can hit the ball pretty hard, but it doesn't look like he does anything after that. Really, you see the average of 214, but 25 home runs kind of just tells you what kind of player he is. Definitely a power hitter, nothing really else. But at least they get something to add along Luis Reyes. You know, maybe Luis Reyes, Jazz Chisholm, Jorge Soler. Definitely adding a power hitter next to them will do them justice for them, especially if they do make the playoffs, which they probably will. I just want to say this was crazy. The Cubs designate Trey Mancini for assignment. That's crazy. World Series champion last year. Hopefully something happens with him.
Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. I mean, I'm not shocked. They signed him. They signed Eric Hosmer. They both didn't work out. And the Cubs are really trying to go for it. So, you know, they're doing whatever they can. We are still waiting to see if there's any trades. There's literally 1 hour left. 1 hour and 1 minute left.
I would expect Eduardo Rodriguez to get traded. And this time he accepts it.
I don't think he's gonna get traded.
Unless he just wanted to stay in Detroit, which I don't know why you would do that. Unless he just wanted to stay there, then I think he's gonna get traded. Maybe he just didn't like the Dodgers, or I don't know. But we'll have to see.
You know, it's crazy to think that, you know, the Yankees, you know, when the whole trade deadline went down, you know, well, it's still going down, but, you know, when we came into this, everybody was like, they have to make a move, either buy or sell. The fact that there's a chance that they don't make one move is so crazy to me. Not even one. You're not going to get prospects for anybody. You're not going to buy anybody. What is going on? What are you guys even working on? Like, there's literally 1 hour left, and you have not made one trade. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? Like, it's insane that, like, we've come this far. Like, let's take it back a couple years. Last year, we needed starting pitching. So what did they do? They literally went, and the day before the deadline, went and got Frankie Montas. They were trying to get Luis Castillo, but Luis Castillo was, they were asking for way too much, and the Mariners ended up getting him. The year before, we needed an outfielder. We got Joey Gallo, and then surprisingly, we also got Rizzo. The year before, in 2020, I don't remember what moves they made. But either way, the last 2 years, they traded with urgency. They traded with the idea of contending. Now, you're in a position where you are out of a playoff spot, but you have teams behind you trading to make their team better. The Angels, who are you're tied with now at this point, but when they were making trades, they weren't tied with you. They were still behind. They were making trades to make their team better. And what did you do? Now, I won't go on this full-on rant until 6 p.m. And if they haven't made a move, then I'll start going a little bit harder. But it's almost 6 p.m. and you have not made one improvement to this offense. Are we not watching the same product? The Yankees can't hit. They struck out, 15 times yesterday?
18.
18 was
Sunday.
On Sunday. 18 against the Orioles. As Jake Berger's highlight reel is about to be finished. Because, you know, it doesn't have much highlights. I'll play it again. But 18 strikeouts on Sunday. And like, literally, you do nothing. Are you so egotistical that you cannot even, like, give up one of your prospects? Who you're not going to call any of them up. What are we doing, man? This is so sad to see. This deadline, you know, besides pitching, hitting hasn't really done anything. Jake Bergers is your biggest hitter. Kyle Denari, or whatever the hell his last name is, yesterday. Dope. But who else? I don't think any big hitter has been traded.
Not really. And I don't think any will. I think this is definitely a pitcher's. This is a pitching trade deadline. And I think last year was too. I don't remember any huge names getting traded. Like, well, Juan Soto, but that wasn't really. I think that was a couple of days before. But I don't see anything happening when it comes to Yankees hitting anymore. I don't think they do anything. If anything, they're probably gonna let go of some people. My prediction is that they let go of one person, at least one person. They trade somebody. But knowing the Yankees, knowing how they are, seeing the excuses that they have, I don't think anything's gonna happen at all. But we'll have to see. There's still 57 minutes left.
57 minutes left.
So far, last thing we've heard was Jake Bowers.
The Rays are looking to add a bat first outfielder. So
Jake
I don't think they're
Burgers.
going to trade Manuel Margot because Margot, his stats aren't the worst, but like they're not the best. So why would they get rid of something that I don't? So I don't see the Yankees doing that, or the Rays. Chance says, "What up, legends? Thank you for coming
What's
back,
good?
Chance." Yeah, we've had some technical issues. Literally, my PC just did not want to receive Wi-Fi. Like, it was so stupid, and it just crashed. Then I was like, I gotta do something, so I ran and grabbed my MacBook. But as soon as I like installed OBS, like it sounded like a jet. My MacBook just could not handle it, and we tried streaming, but it just lagged. So we were like, nope. But thankfully, as soon as that went bad, we checked the PC again, and thankfully it's all good to go. My room's now a mess because I just like shattered not shattered. I moved everything everywhere just to see what I could get set up. But anyways,
Let me say one thing about the Yankees that I just remembered earlier. Paul DeYoung got traded to the Blue Jays, and a report came out that the Blue Jays actually were close to a deal to the Yankees for IKF Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, but instead they went for Paul DeYoung, which means at least the Yankees were considering selling somebody. They were considering trading somebody, and I still think they are considering trading somebody. But at this point, the market is just so.
what was the name you said?
Paul DeYoung?
No, they were never gonna get. It was Dylan Carlson.
No, I'm saying the Blue Jays.
Oh.
They traded for him earlier this morning
Yeah.
or this afternoon. But a report came out that they were gonna get IKF.
Well, they were trying. They were looking
trying.
into it, but I guess DeYoung came up, and they were like,
I would have looked for
resorted.
that too. I would have
Yeah,
the same
I mean,
thing.
who the hell? I mean, I love IKF, but he's not a shortstop, so that would have not solved their issue.
Yeah.
No, and I put this tweet out today, and the tweet literally said, your story about Wi-Fi crashing crashed my Wi-Fi. Look at that. Yo, like, it's a curse, bro. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi or anybody's Wi-Fi. Like, Spectrum is ass. Anyways, so let me explain to you something real quick just to put this into perspective. The Blue Jays, Bo Bichette, their shortstop, yesterday got hurt. He got hurt in a play. I don't remember exactly what it was. It took the Blue Jays one day to get. Oh, there's an ad playing in the background. Hold up. We don't need that. Hold up. We'll play Jake Bowers again. It took the Blue Jays one day to fix that spot that was lost because of the injury. One day. The Yankees have not had a left fielder, a proper left fielder, since they traded for Joey Gallo. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Andrew Benintendi. Because he was pretty good, and then he got hurt. So you're telling me the whole offseason, the whole beginning of this year went bad, and you had no left fielder. You didn't even try to, trade for one, sign one. You didn't. You just literally gave up. So, the Phillies designated Josh Harrison for assignment, which they signed in the offseason. Interesting.
Right there, the Dodgers have been rebuffed for Tiger starter Eduardo Rodriguez. The asking price for the St. Louis Cardinals starter Jack Flaherty and White Sox ace Dylan Cease certainly rises. The Dodgers still want one more starter. I think the Dodgers missing out on Verlander really hurt them, to be honest. I think the Dodgers and the Astros were really the only two teams that I felt, and it was reported that Verlander, those were the only two teams he was willing to go to. So I think it is tough for the Dodgers to miss out on him because that is definitely the best player on the market. But now that they went for Eduardo Rodriguez and he didn't want to join, now it's kind of tough for them. Like they said, you're going to have to go for somebody like Jack Flaherty. I don't think they go for Dylan Cease. I think Dylan Cease, they're gonna ask for a lot for him, but he's been having a somewhat down year. So it's going to be tough for the White Sox to find an agreement with a team like the Dodgers who don't want to overpay, but at the same time, they do need some pitching. So it's gonna be interesting to see what the Dodgers do. Hitting is not their problem, definitely not. Their problem is their pitching, and it's gonna be interesting to see what they do in the next 50 minutes or so.
This was the quote and the now deleted live stream that me and Joel were talking about. Darren Boone said. He said, "You could see everything from nothing to guys leaving to guys coming." What does that mean? This is what I'm talking about. Like, this makes no sense. And what Joel's saying is very true with the Dodgers. I think that's two people who literally denied, they used their no trade clause to veto a trade because the Dodgers had a better deal apparently than the Astros, but he said no and elected to go to the Astros. And then now Eduardo said no, which I'm very confused. I still don't understand that. Like, what my perspective is, I think that he said no because he could probably pitch better in Detroit, which can rise his value in the offseason so he can get more money as a free agent. That's my prediction as to why he said no. So I don't know what's going on with the Dodgers. But Jack Flaherty's price has risen, which is crazy. Montgomery, he got traded already. Yeah, he got traded to the Rangers. So we are literally just here with, we got Jack Flaherty still on the board. I don't think Dylan Cease gets traded. I think Jake Berger is the only dude from the White Sox who's going to get traded. Let me think. So I was wrong. The Rays did put Manuel Margot to be traded. So maybe the Yankees swoop in and do something. But you can just tell by that because I'm sure it wasn't like what am I trying to say? It wasn't like a thing that the Rays have been saying for so long. I'm sure this just came out. This just shows you that the Yankees literally have nobody to get. Nobody. Because you're telling me that, oh, hold on, video ended again. I'm going to put Jake Berger's highlights again. Nobody came to their, I know they mentioned Dylan Carlson earlier, and I guess they tried, but I guess the Cardinals wanted too much, the Yankees didn't want to give up too much, and now you end up with nobody. It has been a sad few days for the Yankee fans out here. It really has been sad. You expect them to make a move. You expect them to try to do something. Even if it was for a freaking reliever. Trade for a reliever. You have 49 minutes left until the trade deadline. And you have not made a single move. Not one. What does that tell your fans? Tell me. No updates yet. What does that tell your fans? It tells your fans that you don't care. And that you look at this team and you're probably, I already know. Look, this is what's going to happen. I already know the timeline, okay? After this trade deadline's over and the Yankees make no moves, Brian Cashman is going to schedule a press conference. He's going to come out in this press conference and he's going to say that there were no trades on the table, that he could have gotten. None of them would make sense for the team, blah, blah, blah. They're happy with what they have. I already know it. Not one move has been made for this team. The Angels, who were behind the Yankees, made moves. The Cubs, who are 5 games out, made moves. The Padres, who suck, are making moves. The Mets, who suck, knew that they needed to sell. And what have the Yankees done? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not one freaking trade. So there's a quote apparently that Max Scherzer, have you seen this?
No.
Max Scherzer dropped some knowledge onto his discussion with the Mets front office, I believe, about before getting traded. And this is what it says. In quotations, Scherzer said, "I talked to Billy," who's Billy Epler, their GM at the Mets, and he said, I said, and Scherzer said, I was like, okay, are we reloading for 2024? Billy goes, no, we're not. Basically, our vision now is 2025, 2026, 2025 at the earliest, more like 26. We're going to be making trades around that. Scherzer was like, so the team is not going to be pursuing free agents this offseason or assemble a team that can compete for a World Series next year? Billy said, no, we're not going to be signing the upper echelon guys. We're going to be on the smaller deals within free agency. 24 is now looking to be more of a kind of transitionary year. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a team literally admit that next year they're not even going to try. So, yeah, nice little tidbit from Max Scherzer.
Which, to be honest, this should show you that as much as Yankees fans hate the Mets, their organization is just a little bit more organized than the Yankees. Because if you look at the Yankees, right, they're in a spot that I like to compare to the Atlanta Hawks, where they have a decent enough team to make the playoffs, but not make it past maybe even the wild card. No hitting. You saw it in the playoffs last year when they got swept by the Astros because no hitting whatsoever. You see it again this year, and you don't make any moves. That's something I see as the most mid-team that you can have, the New York Yankees. They're last in their division. So as it is right now, they probably won't even have a chance to the wild card. And they're not making any moves, which just shows they're in a really stuck spot. And if they don't make any moves, they're going to be even worse. Which is why I think the Mets did something smart. They knew this year was going to end bad. They had the biggest payroll in the league. And they said, okay, we can't do this no more. We're just going to have a transitionary year, like Max Scherzer said. That next year, they're not even going to try for anything because they understand that it's time to basically rebuild completely. So we'll have to see what happens when it comes to the Yankees. Do the Yankees do this? Do they follow the same steps? Or do they continue to try to build something that will never go through?
So I think you bring up great points. And I think that it's really just... I think that's why, because somebody put a tweet yesterday, and I completely disagree. And the tweet said that Yankee fans could not handle a rebuild, and that's not true at all. The reason why we are the way we are right now is because you guys, the front office, is not honest. Are we going for it, or are we selling, or are we buying and selling? But right now, you haven't done any of that. There has been nothing to prove what the hell you're trying to do. So, like, it makes no sense, right? Look, for example, right? Let's take the Padres. The Padres traded for G-Man Choi, who's not great, and Rich Hill. But even though they're not great, they did something to show that they're trying to go for it. I don't care that the market is not good. Yes, the market sucks right now. You don't have many options. But you're telling me you can't just give a freaking a trash prospect for Tommy Pham or Teoscar? These people who are free agents just to show to your fans that you care? In 2019, everybody talks about the infamous Yankee deadline where they did nothing. But they made one move. They traded a reliever for a reliever, if I'm not mistaken. At least they did something. What are we doing? I am beyond frustrated and, just upset as a fan. I'm actively on Yankees Twitter and just seeing everybody's reaction. Is we're all on the same boat. There's not even a division. Because before there was like, oh, let's sell, right? And there was also the side that was like, let's buy. But you haven't done any of that. What are we doing? If you see me looking at my phone, I have all my Yankee stuff here. Here's more of just like a general.
Let me say this too.
White Sox to acquire Luis Patino
from the Rays.
No idea who that is. Go ahead.
The Yankees, which this is pretty well known. The Yankees are the second worst hitting team in the entire MLB. Worse than the Tigers worse than the Brewers, worse than the Royals. The only team that's worse is, of course, the Athletics, the A's, but I'm not surprised. The Yankees, truly, this might be one of the most disappointing Yankee teams, especially after how good they were last year. I didn't really see any major moves besides Carlos Rodon in the offseason, and he got hurt. But when I saw they had no hitting ideas, they didn't add no good hitters, then that's when I knew this Yankee season was gonna be something to see. And now we're seeing it's been super disappointing. The second worst hitting team in the entire MLB. To me, that's crazy, especially when you have players like Rizzo, like Judge. When you have players like those who are known for their hitting, you would expect them to be something better. But the fact that they're not is crazy. I just don't see why the Yankees don't open their eyes.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, we won't see them opening their eyes. I think the Yankees carry this massive ego and are a narcissist because they believe they've done no wrong. You take the Donaldson trade, right? That happened 2 years ago. And any person with a brain, man, any person with a brain will tell you. Hearing White Sox get Luis Patino for cash.
Let me
dude?
find out who Luis Patino
Look up his
is.
stats. Tell me how good this guy is. Well, he's going to the White Sox
From the Rays,
for
right?
cash. So, anyways, so we look at that deal, right? And you trade Gio Urshela, who I've heard from different people that
he's not even on their roster.
Nice. You hear from that they don't like Gio Urshela analytically, so they wanted to get rid of him. Gary, I understood he needed to get out of the team, right? You trade those two. You could have non-tendered Gary. You gave him a contract. And then you get Josh Donaldson, who was owed $50 million over 2 years.
Okay, Luis Patino has played 2 games this year, and he has a 9 ERA.
Well, there you go. Big moves.
This is baseball. He's pitched 4 innings, and he had 5 strikeouts.
We are at 5:21, by the way.
39 minutes.
Joel Sherman still expects the Yankees will do something in the next 40 minutes. I don't believe so, man. Brian Cashman has made one single trade the last year. You know who that trade was? Lucas Litke, a reliever they sent to the Braves, he was fine for us. We didn't really get anything in return. You're telling me in 1 year you haven't traded anybody? So that's where we're coming from. They never admitted that Donaldson trade sucked. Never. They still believe he's a key piece, even though he's 90 years old. And only good thing about him is he plays defense. So all I'm asking is for the Yankees. I don't even care who the outfielder is. Just bring somebody. This is why, right? There's like 50 something games left in the season. I don't want to see Jake Bauers and IKF play left field anymore. Jake Bauers and IKF have been great hitters, but none of them have played outfield before they came to the Yankees. So why put them there? I just want to see a competent outfielder playing left field. Billy McKinney sucks. Greg Allen sucks. These are not players to be starting. They are depth pieces. You put them in when somebody's. You say they took half the game off or something. You don't put them as starters. And then I gotta see this stupid graphic right here. Look at that face, bro. Literally looking at me, bro. Freaking scroll down, bro. Let's look at Luis Patino's stats.
9 ERA in 2 games is crazy.
It's so frustrating. Yankees, make a move, man.
He's 23. I didn't know
We're approaching the 27. We're got
that. 20,
27 minutes.
26 and a half minutes left.
Yeah. As Jake Bauer's stats have been playing because nobody else has been traded.
Jake Berger. Get it right.
I keep saying Bauer's. Jake Berger, yeah. This trade deadline has been kind of weird, man. I mean, I know from the beginning people were saying that, like, not a lot of people are going to sell. But, like, besides the Mets trades, like, there hasn't really been anything fun. Unless I'm mistaken.
Because I think a lot of trades happened yesterday, the day before. A really underrated trade that I liked was the Angels getting C.J. Cron and Randall Grichuk. I think what the Angels are attempting to do is they want to surround
Hold up,
Ohtani
before
and
you
Trout.
continue. Tommy Pham poked his head into the manager's office and left the clubhouse in street clothes. No word yet he's been traded, but the signs point that way.
We'll have to see where.
So continue with your point. I'm sorry.
I do really like C.J. Cron. I think he is a fantastic at hitting the ball out of the park. We will have to see how he does in the playoffs. I can't even tell you the last time he's been in the playoffs, but we'll have to see how he does in the playoffs if the Angels make it there. You would have to expect that they do. They're soon to get Mike Trout back. They added 2 good hitters and a good defender or a good glove in Randall Grichuk. So we'll have to see what happens with the Angels. But I think they're an underrated team to look out for, especially with the trade deadline. I think they will. I think they will make another move. But actually, seeing how slow it's been the past couple minutes, we've gotten one trade. It was this Luis Patino guy, and I didn't know who he was before. Then we'll have to see.
Yeah, I've been playing this Jake Berger thing for a while now, so it just tells you where we are in the trade deadline. And yeah, so the Angels, man, it frustrates me because the Yankees were literally in front of them and did not make a move. Now, what somebody said, I don't know if it was a report or something, but apparently the whole time, the Yankees' main focus was to get Bellinger. And apparently, them deciding not to sell threw the Yankees off so much that they didn't know where to retract to. So you're telling me your main focus was at someone who, was on a team that started doing good. He's a rental. And now you just don't have anybody else to retract to. So that's pretty trash.
If the Yankees do trade for Tommy Pham, they do get a good hitter.
They do, man.
They get a good contact hitter.
To me,
Power hitter, not really.
Getting Tommy Pham is like getting like.
I'd say he's like Benintendi again.
No, Benintendi was way more of a contact hitter. Tommy Pham has been on like 1,000 teams.
That is true. He's 35.
He's 35.
He's 35.
He's old, bro. Let's see where he ends up.
But they get an outfielder, which will be good for the Yankees. Somebody who actually plays outfield.
So we're at the point where we just don't know. We're about to hit the 30-minute mark.
It's been slow. Really slow.
I really don't want Tommy Pham.
You don't want Tommy Pham?
I don't want Tommy. I mean, look, if he's
a
the only
trade is a trade.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think at the end of the day, if he's the only person we got, whatever, like this season is dead anyways. I was hoping I was like the only one that did not mind Dylan Carlson, and a couple of reasons why. He's a switch hitter. He's only 24. You haven't unlocked his full potential yet. He's an outfielder, and he has control for like 3 years. So you would have had him for a good while. Wait, what? Hold on. Colton Wong saying goodbyes to teammates in the clubhouse. So where's Colton Wong going? But Colton Wong sucks this year. Who's trading for Colton Wong? They're probably releasing him. They have to, because like there's no. he's like horrible. Look up his stats real quick.
Colton Wong. He has a negative WAR.
Oh God.
He's batting 165.
There you go. Yeah. Who? I mean, why would anybody want to take
2 home runs.
That's so bad.
He runs the base as well. He runs the base as well. He has 32 or no, I lied. He has 21 runs with 1 stolen base.
Steven, you think the Yankees get Colton Wong?
Is he here?
He
Oh,
put Wong with a laughing
look at my
face.
guy,
Thank you for
Steven.
joining us, Steven. Bro, if I think they gotta release him. Cause why is he saying bye to everybody? I don't think Tommy Pham does anything. Somebody just said Tommy Pham isn't moving the needle. Sorry, it's not. Michael K said that, which is true. I think this is what happens. I'm gonna act like the fly in the wall in the what they call the war room. So, I think they tried really hard for Bellinger, didn't get him. So they pivoted to what's his face, not Manuel, Dylan Carlson. They couldn't get him. I think the Cardinals are asking for way too much, so they pivoted towards Manuel Margot. Apparently, didn't get him. So they're like, okay, we know the fan base is gonna kill us. We need to pivot quick. Who can we get? Mets. Who can we get? Tommy Pham. It's 30 minutes left. He's on a rental. We'll give you garbage, and that's where we're at.
Twins.
Yeah, go ahead.
Twins are looking at Tommy Pham. Well, Twins looking at righty bats. Pham a possibility.
So it looks like he might be going to the Rangers. Why? Okay, this is one thing about Yankees Twitter that I am not a big fan of. You guys go crazy for anybody. Everybody's retweeting the whole thing with Colton Wong. He would not do anything to the Yankees lineup. Don't get excited. Austin Hedges has been traded to the Pirates. Traded from the Pirates to the Rangers.
I was looking, and I think this is definitely just like a backup move. I don't think that he's playing. I mean, he's 30 years old.
They have Jonah Heim.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. How?
This guy's 30 years old, and he's batting 180. He has 1 home run. This guy's not a good hitter. I don't think he.
Let's look up his stats.
It's definitely more of just like if Jonah Heim gets hurt, because he's been hurt this season.
You know he's so bad when his highlight video is only 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Eddie says, "What's up? I'm the other brother."
Eddie.
Yes, what's up, Eddie? Hope you're doing well, bro. I love you, man. We're over here stressing.
Yo, let me say this
29
again.
minutes left. What? Why is this playing?
Let me say this again. Now that we have more people in the chat, please like, share, and subscribe. Especially share. Share this with anybody you know that likes baseball, and if they don't, still send it to them.
Go ahead.
We would love for people to join. Thank you guys for being here. Of course, this is gonna be the best stream that you guys see.
Literally, that is us right now. It's blurry because I didn't focus it. We haven't made a trade.
Eddie says the Rangers are doing everything to win.
I
agree. And that is a good organization. That is smart. That's how you run a playoff team with what they're doing. Trading for Scherzer, of course.
The freaking Pirates got money for Hedges.
Yeah, I don't. This is like I said. I think it's just like.
But Yankees, anybody, bro, please, anybody. I don't care who it is at this point. Just bring anybody, man.
International pool money.
Look, everybody's like, just do one thing. One thing is all we're asking for.
Even the Twins. I mean, I haven't heard much from the Twins this whole time. From what I've heard, if it is true that the Yankees are the only teams not in talk, that means the Twins have been talking. But I haven't heard them being seriously interested. And now we're seeing out of nowhere, now they're interested in Tommy Pham. This just shows that every other team is publicly coming out and saying that they're going to do something. And the Yankees haven't done anything.
Yeah, and after the trade deadline hits, we're going to reevaluate, kind of look through all the trades and see, how everybody did. Obviously, the Yankees are going to get an F. Steven says, I can't wait to see the Cash press conference. No, you're the Cash clown. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're 1,000% correct. I cannot wait to see what that bum has to say about how the Yankees did. I think why the Yankees didn't get anybody and why we ended up with only freaking Colton Wong. So we will see what happens. I just wanted somebody to play the outfield. I'm tired of seeing Jake Bowers dropping the ball and IKF running around like he doesn't know what he's doing, bro. Oh hell no! Eddie said the Yankees are trying to bring back Cano, bro. If I see Robinson Cano on the Yankees, bro, I'm never watching the Yankees play again. So far nothing, man. Austin Hedges, we got the highlights in the background. He's pretty garbage, so don't expect a lot. But it's just extremely frustrating, man. So 25 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let's get the chat involved.
If they were-
Steven, if the Yankees could trade for one person, not trade a person, trade for one person, who would you like it to be? Eddie, also, please answer the question. Who would you guys like to see the Yankees trade for? Realistically, don't say Ohtani or somebody like that. Realistically, who would you guys think moves the needle enough for the Yankees to change something about this hitting and this outfield problems? Please send it in the chat. I'm very interested to see what you guys think. Let me say who I think would move the needle. I'm gonna go with I don't have anybody really because I don't think the Yankees can do anything.
What are you talking about in the next 30 minutes?
Yes, in the next 30 minutes, who do you guys think? I would say
There's nobody, bro. Unless they do look, this is the only way that works is if they do a deal with a team for multiple players. So if you do the Twins, right, get Sonny Gray, get Max Kepler, get somebody else, right? Multiple players. I don't think they're gonna do multiple things just to get somebody. Juan Soto is a dream.
forget it.
It won't happen though.
Forget it.
It definitely won't happen.
Forget it.
I don't even think Juan Soto helps his team because if you look at the top four, right? Let's say Glaber leads off, then you got Judge batting second, then third you got Stanton, and then freaking fourth you got Soto. Your 5 through 9 sucks. Well, I mean DJ would be like your fifth hole, Rizzo 6, 7th Bowers, 8th what's his face, Higgy or Volpe. Eddie says the Mariners pitching starts, but bro, you don't agree? You don't think that the Yankees, the pitching is fine? Like I think their starters. Okay, look, Herman, that whole thing with Herman yesterday was so stupid. But I think that honestly, like, I don't think we need starters, bro. We just need hitters. We can't hit. So we got 24 minutes until the trade deadline is over. Apparently, some reporters think that if Flaherty goes, they're gonna package him with Dylan Carlson or Tyler O'Neill. So we'll see. Well, Sevy, I think so if it was me, this would be the rotation going forward. Once once Cortez comes back, you get Cole, Rodon, Cortez, Schmidt, and Domingo. That's my 5 right there. Am I missing anybody? I don't think so. Or Vasquez, because Vasquez pitched really well. Brito sucks, but 23 minutes on the clock where the Yankees have not made one single move.
There's really been no moves, to be honest. It's been quiet.
Austin Hedges has been the biggest move.
Expectations at the Cardinals. Oh, yeah, it's like you read. Dodgers still want to add a starting pitcher. Yo, Yankees got a perfect starting pitcher for the Dodgers, bro.
Bro,
Domingo Herman will
trade Cortez. Trade Cortez for Mookie Betts, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go. That would be the team.
I'm surprised the Royals haven't done anything. I haven't really seen the Royals. I think they have a couple players that would be interesting.
Okay, so Steven, I don't know if you heard my rant earlier, but that's what I'm saying, man. You have been put in a position where you have the decision to either sell or buy. and you did none of that. You did none of that. Yes, don't just sit on your ass. That's what I'm saying. Pick one. You have the choice. You have the choice. You had the choice to trade Glaber. You would have got some nice prospects and a pitcher. You had the choice to trade some of these relievers. You build relievers like they're nothing. That's one thing you know how to do right. You don't sell. You don't buy. You don't go after the pitchers, the starting market, whatever. Fine. But you haven't traded for an outfielder or a hitter. I would have given up a package with Volpe in it for Robert or Soto. I don't care, bro, because you need hitting. We are down to 21 minutes.
If you want to reload and show the Dylan Carlson stats, it's on the next thing. Because apparently could be a Yankee.
So he's batting .230. Oh wait, you guys can't see this. Wait, why is this? Hold on. Okay, this is not gonna work. So I'll just read it out. So Dylan Carlson is batting .230. With 5 home runs, 24 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, and a .673 OPS. Which isn't great, but it's something.
Okay, at this point, is dying. We're hearing about AAA moves now. Rays have traded AAA Durham Bulls right-hand pitcher.
Oh God,
Evan
this is
McKendry.
You know,
It's gone quiet. It's gone quiet. Jazz Chisholm isn't starting for the Marlins today. He's a Yankee. I know for a fact.
Bro, I saw Alvarez is starting. I was like, yo, Alvarez, to the Yankees? Jordan. I would take him in a heartbeat.
Who wouldn't? We need something to happen.
Oh my God, that's messed up. Somebody found Cashman's daughter's Instagram and it's gonna text him, is he even alive?
Wow. Nah, you gotta do it, bro. If Cash does nothing, he has to be fired by tomorrow. Nope.
Yes, you're right. Okay, so
it's
these
not gonna happen. Forget it.
These last 20
Leon
minutes
Rose.
are gonna be rough, cause I don't know if even the trade's gonna happen. Like we're waiting here. Nothing
I don't
has
think.
happened.
I mean, is anybody in the MLB gonna get traded? Not even to the Yankees, just in general. See, I like what they just posted. Do something.
Yes, do something. Look at that right there. That's right now.
Last year was crazy.
Last year's deadline was one of the best deadlines I've ever seen.
That was crazy.
There was some crazy stuff
And
happening.
now we're hearing about AAA pitchers.
We got 19 minutes left.
While we're waiting for something to happen, let's just promote two things. One, the Chamber Pod podcast coming up this week, talking about SummerSlam. If you were interested in wrestling in the WWE,
I don't even know.
me neither. We're talking SummerSlam predictions, talking about everything for this weekend. Definitely something you guys should tune into. And then also on Saturday at 8:00 when SummerSlam does start, we will be live having a watch along. Please join us. It's going to be super fun. We're going to have reactions. Everything is going to be crazy. Also, maybe a little challenge for if we get predictions right or anything like that. So we'll find out. But please subscribe, like, share the channel with all your wrestling fans and all that, because it will be a very good weekend, especially for wrestling fans this weekend, while we're waiting for something to happen with the trade deadline right now. So definitely tune in to the Chamber Pod podcast and the watch along on Saturday. Thank you. We appreciate it for those.
Yo, Steven, I cannot tell you how many times I've seen that picture of Cashman in the sleeping bag. Probably like 1,000 times. Right now, we're getting clowned so bad. People who are not even in the Yankees, fan base are legit just violating Brian Cashman. 18 minutes to go, and we still have 0 trades from the New York freaking Yankees. What's the Yankees' full name? What is it?
You asking me like I know.
What is there's a word for the Yankee. Is it like Yankee Doodle or something? Anyways,
New York Yankee Doodles.
So Eddie says he's pumped for SummerSlam. I am too.
Yo, word.
Randy Orton's coming back.
Yo, prediction, Eddie. Who's winning? Jey Uso, Roman Reigns.
Bro, 17 minutes, bro. Yeah. So
The Yankees are working on something bigger than Franchi Cordero. It's 2 hours ago.
That's Nick. Don't take him seriously. Ugh. Let's talk about something real quick that happened yesterday while we wait as the countdown goes down, and that is the Domingo Germán situation. Now, I want everybody's input as to what you think happened yesterday. So, if you do not know, Domingo was scheduled to start. He was then scratched for Johnny Brito. So, Boone came out and said, it's because Brito, because something about this dude's, wait, hold up. Mets active in trade negotiations on multiple people, including Tommy Pham, Adam Ottavino, Brooks Raley, all whack. Anyways, so Boone comes out and he says, this dude got injured in his armpit, something like that. He couldn't play catch. So whatever. Everybody's like, all right, he's hurt. Whatever. Fine. So the game's happening. I'm not watching it at this point. And Johnny Brito sucked. And, it's 5-1. And all of a sudden, I start seeing tweets that Domingo Germán is warming up. Right? He comes into the game and pitches 5 scoreless innings. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5. After the game, he's like, Boone comes out. He's like, he got cleared by the doctors at 6 p.m. My prediction was Domingo was in a trade. It fell through. Then nothing happened. So we are down to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And the Yankees have not made a single trade, bro. I think they end up with Tommy Pham. Joel, what's your prediction?
Nothing.
You think nothing?
Nothing.
Steven, Eddie, what y'all got?
I think there's going to be a roster move. Somebody gets sent down, and that's it.
Who do you two have between Yankees and not Yankees? What do you think the Yankees are doing in the next 15 minutes? Give me your prediction right now.
Steven says you can't make this up. Nope. You can't. It's crazy.
In 20 minutes, well, now it's 15 minutes left. They said, somebody said, the Dodgers, Baltimore, Cincinnati still haven't found that starting pitcher. St. Louis still hasn't moved all the guys we thought. Toronto, Minnesota, Philly still haven't found that right-handed off-fielder. And New York Yankees still haven't done anything. So are we going to see some moves in these next 14 minutes? Sometimes what happens is moves happen after the 6 p.m. deadline. They'll they'll receive it late. Yeah. So maybe, I don't know. You're right. We did waste a start. So Steven says we're not getting anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Yo.
Let me say this though. I've always thought of it from a player's point of view. If you see the Yankees aren't doing no moves and you see that they don't care no more, if you're a free agent, right? Let's say you're a free agent and the Yankees are offering you this contract and you're thinking about it, and then you think, oh, but wait, they don't really care if the team is doing whatever. They don't make any trades. This is a bad look on you, not only from a fan perspective, but also from a player perspective. Will this make players not want to join the team? You never know. Having Cashman still under management, having seen what he's doing right now, this could show players that maybe the Yankees are not the team to go to no more, which could be a really bad thing if you think about it.
And he says nothing too. So you guys are on the nothing train. I believe they will go for Tommy Pham just to not even save face, because Tommy Pham, man, that's not even, you just can't do anything with that. But I think, Steven, you're right. I'm actually at that point too where I would trade Garrett Cole and just get as many prospects as I can, because what are you going to do next year, right? Next year, you're going to have DJ still on contract, Rizzo still on contract, Stanton still on contract. All these different players are still going to be on contract. What are you going to do with them? You know, Hal isn't going to just drop them. Wow. The Mets have traded Tommy Pham to Arizona. The Yankees are not making a move. They're not making a move, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, where you saw that? I didn't see that. Oh, I see it.
Oh my
Arizona
God.
Diamondbacks are acquiring outfielder Tommy Pham from the New York Mets.
The Yankees are not making a move.
Okay, this is big from Joel Sherman. There are still executives who believe the White Sox could trade Dylan Cease. Many teams have collateral to get him, but perhaps the Orioles are best positioned. We will know in less than 15 minutes. So
12 minutes left.
Is there something to look out for? We will see. But Tommy Pham is a Diamondback, and the Yankees, they're not doing
Dodgers are talking to Red Sox about James Paxton.
This is interesting, yeah.
So Yankees will not make a move. There's literally besides Dylan Carlson, there's like no like outfielders out there that you can get. Oh my God! Not one single move. I bet Judge mad at AF that he should have went to the Giants, bro. You know what? Look, I'm gonna be real with y'all, right? I know everybody says you should never want, your team to do bad, but I want to see where the Yankees would be right now if Judge went to the Giants. What would have happened?
Nothing. I think they would have got worse by far. They would not even be. We wouldn't even care.
I think we would be like
we'd be starting
15 and 90.
Every prospect that you guys want to start.
550, 10 minutes away from the trade deadline. There's growing buzz that the White Sox may trade Dylan Cease in the next 10 minutes.
To the Yankees?
Orioles close to acquiring Jack Flaherty. Oh my God, bro. Jack Flaherty to the Orioles. Every AL East team is improving. Well, the Red Sox haven't done anything. But us.
I've just realized that I think the Dodgers have given up. Now that they're going for James Paxton, I think they don't even care no more.
I think James isn't he having a good year? Well,
he's having a decent year.
6-2, 334. I mean, that's not too bad.
That's not
Without
bad.
Giving up the whole farm system. Like, I mean, like if they were going for Cease. So Cease is not getting traded to the Orioles then because they're getting Jack Flaherty.
So where is Cease going?
I think Cease stays put.
Maybe. Or a surprise team, a.k.a.
Bro.
I don't know.
So the Yankees are not going to do anything, bro. I did not expect this today.
Unless out of nowhere something with the Manuel Margot rumor happens, which I don't think we would have heard about it by now.
The Mets, the guy that the Diamondbacks traded to the Mets was 17 years old. Jeez. He's like 2 years older than this guy right here, bro. First of all, you're 15, man.
I'm 16 in a month.
Exactly.
This is not important.
Bro, I was about to be like, yo, hold up.
This is not important.
Anyways, so somebody says, does this mean D-backs are trading one of their outfielders because they got Pham? I don't think so. I would take Lourdes Gurriel Jr., honestly, at this point. Forget it. So we got 9 minutes left. Like I said, there could be trades after the deadline. It would just have to be announced. But the Yankees have not done anything. There hasn't been any rumors tied to the Yankees. We heard they were interested in Carlson and who was the other dude? Pham. No, they weren't interested in Pham. They were just like, I think they were just like, I don't think they were really interested. But they said,
I think Yankees fans were interested.
There you go. That's better.
They need something to hold on to.
Dylan Carlson, Manuel Margot came out of nowhere. So we got 8 minutes left. This could be one of the crazy. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this as a Yankee fan. I can't believe they're gonna do this. Yo, Yankee Stadium better. I'm gonna watch the game. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna be still on stream when the game happens.
What time?
I think it's at 7 something. I just want to hear the boos. Please, nobody's probably watching this that are gonna go to the game, but I'm just saying this out in the air, so maybe we'll get something. If you're going to the game tonight, please boo with all your life.
I like what the Orioles are doing, bro. Orioles have handled this very well. They were
7 minutes left,
and they got their pitcher.
They got
needed a
Jack
pitcher.
Flaherty. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
If the Orioles make it, I'll be happy for them. They're the only team from the AL East that I don't mind. Blue Jays are stupid. Red Sox are the Red Sox, and the Rays just bother me. The Orioles, I'm rooting for them. I like Rushman a lot. So if the Yankees, well, they're not making the playoffs, so I'll be going for the Orioles in the playoffs. They also had the greatest first baseman of all time in Chris Davis. So we're down to 7 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And nothing. Absolutely nothing happening. The Orioles are getting Jack Flaherty.
It's a good move for them.
Good move from them. Cease is apparently open to being dealt. We got 6 minutes left. And the Yankees have done nothing. I just, you try not to believe it, but when you're actually seeing it happen, it's mind blowing.
I'm just waiting to see if anything comes
We're
out.
refreshing. I'm refreshing on my phone.
Just hearing about this Rodriguez guy traded for Tommy Pham.
6 minutes left. Nothing yet. So I am just so disappointed. 5 minutes left. And not one single trade from the New York Yankees. I cannot wait to go back and see everybody. I'm going to go to like all the YouTubers I watch and see everybody's reaction to it hitting 6 o'clock and the Yankees not making a single move. Somebody said, yo, 6 p.m. Eastern, not Pacific. That's funny. John Heyman, you're mad late, bro.
Facts.
This man, John Heyman, literally
just found out about. Let's not forget what happened earlier, bro, with the Orioles.
the Arsis.
That's the best team in that MLB.
Bro, Jack Curry, shut the hell up, bro. This man said we will do a both BP show takeover, right? Roll right into the pregame show, bro.
Yeah, I just don't think they care no more. I think.
Oh my God, this is really gonna happen. 4 minutes.
I think a move will happen because the way that it sounded was they said something in the next 10 minutes could happen. Mariners designate Colton Wong for assignment.
I knew it. I told you. Colton.
He just let him go, bro. Thumb whack.
Nobody would take Colton Wong, bro.
Look at him kneeling down.
Bro, I knew he was not getting traded,
bro. I'm trying to see Dylan Cease get traded, bro.
Man.
I'm trying to see Dylan Cease get traded. He's a Dodger. Just watch.
We got 3 minutes left.
You want to bet?
What?
Dylan Cease gets traded?
I don't think so.
I think so.
The New York Yankees are who? What?
Juan Soto. Juan Soto.
Kenyon Middleton? We got a reliever.
Acquiring Kenyon Middleton from the White Sox. Let's see his stats.
Bro, look at. This is who we got. This is who we got. With 3 minutes left, we got Kenyon Middleton. Give me his stats, bro. What's
He's 29. He has a .5 WAR, 2 wins, 2 losses, a 3.96 ERA. He has played 39 games. He has 2 saves, and he's pitched 36 innings. This is the most whatever guy.
The Yankees made one move. And it was for a reliever. The Yankees made one move with 2 minutes to spare.
The Phillies are closing in on a deal with Pittsburgh. Left-handed pitcher Bailey Falter for multi-position right-hander hitting infielder Rodolfo Castro.
I cannot. I'm in shock. I am in shock. They made one move
Kenyon Middleton.
for Kenyon Middleton.
There you go. If you want to see what he looks like, there you go.
And he's ugly.
Wow. I didn't say nothing.
1 minute left. And the Yankees, the New York Yankees, the most historic franchise in MLB history, made one move.
Yeah, Jack Flaherty's a big move though. I'm just seeing a lot of things about it. That's big for the Orioles.
That,
That's huge, bro.
bro, last person I wanted from the White Sox.
Kenyon Middleton, bro. This guy, Chris Middleton's brother.
So we got nobody for outfield.
Oh, Dylan Cease is staying in Chicago. He will not be
Who said
traded. Bob Nightingale.
I told you he was staying. So with a minute left to spare, the Yankees got no outfielder. I'm gonna wait before I go off. So 6 o'clock.
That's the trade deadline, bro. That's probably the wackest trade deadline.
Somebody look what somebody put the J.R. Smith buzzer beater when they said Cashman landing Kenyon Middleton.
Last minute.
Oh, that's funny. Steven says this is one of the darkest days in Yankees history. You are not wrong, my friend.
But plenty of trades will start tickling over in the next 30 to 40 minutes.
Who said
Damn.
that?
Bob Nightingale, bro. There's still stuff to be announced. Manuel Margot to the Yankees.
Well, we're still here until 8:30.
Indeed.
Dylan Cease will not be traded like Joel said. The Yankees did not get anybody
That we know of.
that we know of. We're going to wait till, I want to say 7. Let's give it till 7.
Yeah. Until the
7
game
p.m.
starts.
until the game starts.
Has the lineup come out?
Yes. That comes out like hours prior.
Forgot about that.
Kenyon Middleton. Dylan Cease not traded. We already saw that. I don't even know what to say. Dylan Cease was not traded. We already got that. Ken Rosenthal once again confirming that the Yankees got their all-star closer, Kenyon Middleton. Kenyon Middleton is the move.
I wouldn't be surprised if what he means by the next 30 minutes is some probably extra trade details, like people who have been traded earlier. Stuff
That's
like
true.
That. I don't think anything crazy. I don't think a big player I'm not even gonna say he's a big player. A player like Manuel Margot trade is gonna happen.
He has a 3.96 ERA.
So the Phillies and Pirates were close.
So it didn't happen.
I guess not. I don't even know who either of those two people are. Bailey Falter is 0-7. Oh my god. Castro.
So who did the Yankees give up for this guy? I cannot believe this is real. The reason why Eduardo Rodriguez invoked his trade clause was because he wanted to stay near home in the East Coast to his family.
The Yankees, bro. Right there. Well, the Orioles. Surprised Baltimore didn't go for him. That's interesting.
The Yankees traded for a reliever.
Thank you, John Heyman. I appreciate it.
John Heyman is always
Dylan
that
Cease
late,
remains
bro.
with the White Sox. Yeah, that's funny.
Everybody is just laughing at the fact that the Yankees. John Heyman, stop being so late, bro. My God.
Fire reliever Kenyon Middleton.
Yo, come on,
At
man.
least he's not spelling it wrong, bro. At least he got it this time. Arson Judge.
Mets have traded Dominic Leone to the Angels.
Who?
Some guy. Bro, we get it. Dylan C stayed in freaking what's it called? Washington. I mean not Washington. The White Sox.
The White Sox. Who's Dominic Leone?
According to Insider, Yankees have been frustrating this deadline. A rival executive said, who got the sense that they were in between land waiting to be bowled over for their rentals. This is what I'm talking about. Their ego are so massive. They expected trades to happen, and nothing happened. No moves for the Twins, so that rules out anybody, any outfielders from there. Ooh. We will continue to see if any moves have been made.
Bob Nightingale says the White Sox plan to contend next year.
Okay. So that rules out anything else from...
Yeah, it looks like I don't think any trades went.
I don't think the Yankees got an outfielder.
No.
They haven't said anything on the Cardinals yet. Tigers did not trade Eduardo Rodriguez, so he's out of the picture. Did I say Cardinals? Tigers did not trade. I'm waiting to see what they say about the Cardinals. Yep, that's the only reason why he made a move, Steven. It's just to make a move. We got a reliever. What? Look up his contract. Just look up his name in the contract and see when he's a free agent. He's 29. This man is so old. I'm refreshing my page as fast as I can.
All right, Kenyon Middleton has a 1-year contract, $800,000.
1 year.
1 year.
So he's a
free agent next year.
He's a free agent. So we got a rental reliever for the rest of the year.
Yeah, he's an unrestricted free agent.
So what did we give up?
Cash, probably. Probably just money. You got money.
So they were overvaluing their rentals, bro. And that cost us a trade.
All these trades that happen, and the only one trending is Colton Wong, bro. Let's go Colton Wong, yo. He's going to have an up year next year. I'm calling it MVP.
I am in shock. I can't believe they did not make one trade.
All right. I think now would be the perfect time to give some teams some grades.
Hold on. Before we go there, I just want to make sure. I want them to start announcing that teams are done. And we also haven't heard what the Yankees gave up for this Middleton guy. As you can see, the whole thing about playing different players' highlights that got traded did not work out because nobody big got traded after.
Whose highlights are you playing?
I don't know. It's some video that started playing afterwards.
I think that's Ali. That is Ali.
Ali de la Cruz.
Oh my God. Huge trade. The Mets traded Dominic Leone to the Angels for Jeremiah Jackson. You said Jeremiah Jackson?
Yeah, I talked about that.
Never. No, I think you just talked about Dominic Leone.
Whatever. That's still trash.
Let's go, Jeremiah. His name is not even Jeremiah, bro. It's Jeremiah with an N.
So, drafted in 2018. We still haven't heard what they gave up for what's his face? Kenyon Middleton. That's his name. I honestly, so I just here's how I feel. But Bednar and Keller remain with Pirates. Okay, so they didn't get traded. I will let what I feel like out in a second about the Yankees. I'm just wanting to make sure what's going on with the rest of the trades. The Mets are acquiring pitcher Phil Bigford and Adam Kolarek from the Dodgers. For who?
No moves are expected from the Giants.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So the Giants didn't do anything. I don't see anything about what you just.
Probably not the best time to hear that the Yankees had one of their most veteran scouts watching the Padres this week, hoping San Diego might consider a sale. I mean, what is that? Yeah, that's horrible timing to say that to a Yankee fan base. We're still waiting to hear, all the trades have been done. You said Giants were the most recent, right?
Yeah, they just said they're done. They're not doing nothing.
The biggest one for me is, who the freak is Jeremiah Jackson?
I just told you that.
Oh, that's
bro.
the. Wait, so who's the one from the Dodgers? There's a trade with the Mets and Dodgers.
I think they made two. Another one. Yo, the Mets were active, bro.
The Miami Marlins are acquiring Josh Bell from the Guardians for Gene Segura?
Stop.
Wow.
Josh Bell, he was trash this year, to be honest. But you know what that means? Yo, put some Josh Bell highlights, bro.
Yeah, we'll put some Josh Bell
Let's
highlights.
go, Josh Bell. This was the big trade we needed. John Heyman, Dominic Leone goes from Mets to Angels.
Yo, okay, well.
Yo. Heading to the Marlins. Marlins acquired Josh Bell from Padres for Garrett Cooper. I thought you said it was for Gene Segura.
It said Gene Segura.
Ken Rosenthal just said Garrett Cooper.
But freaking Jeff Passan said Gene Segura.
Are they trading Gene Segura, Garrett Cooper, and Khalil Watson, or did they change their mind?
So, we're about to find out because one of them, it's Ken Rosenthal and I think it's Josh Bell. Josh Bell for real, but then who?
No, Josh Bell, we know he's been traded, but we don't know for who. One person says Gene Segura, Jeff Passan. The other one says Garrett Cooper.
Yeah, and they're both like the best.
I don't think it's both of them. It has to be just one.
So trades are still piling in.
That's interesting. The Marlins trade for Josh Bell. Let's see his stats.
That I was not expecting.
He has 11
to be a last-minute one.
Averaging 233, 48 RBIs, 701 OPS, no stolen bases.
The Yankees are sending Juan Carrera to the White Sox. I don't even know who that is, bro.
To the White Sox. Juan Carrera.
Somebody said the reliever they got will not be a difference maker. I mean, did we expect him to be a difference maker?
No, Ken Rosenthal is still holding down, bro. He says it's still Garrett Cooper. I don't know who's right or who's wrong.
I want to hear. Look up Katie Wu on Twitter.
Who?
Katie Wu. It's Katie Wu. See, she's like, I think she's the Cardinals beat writer or whatever. See if she said anything.
Last thing she posted was Jack Flaherty is indeed headed to Baltimore as Ken Rosenthal first reported.
So they haven't said anything yet. Luis Urias from Milwaukee to Boston for a pitching prospect. Who's Luis Urias?
He's a guy. He's young.
Oh, so it's Gary Cooper. It's not Gene Segura.
It's not G. Segura. So Jeff Passan got it wrong.
Wow, I've never seen Jeff Passan get it wrong.
Wow, you're whack. What? But now Bob Nightingale just said the Guardians are receiving struggling infielder Gene Segura and minor league infielder Khalil Watson.
So who the?
So there's 2 and 2.
Oh no, wait. Correction, Marlins acquired Josh. What? What? Okay, whatever. Either way, good trade for the Marlins getting Josh Bell. That should be good. So I have a little bit of a tangent I want to go on in a second about the Yankees. I'm just waiting to see if they did anything with the Cardinals, and go from there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Before I say anything,
I don't think Gary Cooper got traded. I think it was just Gene Segura.
I think it was Gene Segura. Yeah. I don't know why he said Gary Cooper.
Wrong.
Facts. Ken Rosenthal. This is
nothing else happening. Oh my!
What?
The Padres got Gary Cooper.
What? Okay, so Padres got Gary Cooper.
Okay, Marlins acquire Ryan Weathers from the Padres for Gary Cooper and Sean Reynolds.
Okay, so all right.
So they both got moved, just for 2 different people. That's why. That makes sense.
I'm just waiting.
Gary Cooper's having a good year.
The only outfielders are left are the Rays, Margot, like I mentioned, and what's his face, and the Cardinals. Some of their outfielders. I'm waiting for them to declare out because I don't see the Yankees making any other trades with anybody else for an outfielder before I go on my rant. Once again, I will read you a quote that has been said around. A rival executive said the Yankees were frustrating this deadline, describing them as in between landing, waiting to be bowed over for their rentals. So we got a rental reliever.
If they don't draft Bobby Lashley, I swear to God.
You're right, bro. We could take somebody like Bobby.
He hit bombs. Yo, Bobby Lashley playing baseball, bro. How many home runs is he hitting?
99.
Wow, not fake.
Dun, da, da, dun.
Without the steroids, I'm gonna say 35.
So we're just waiting. I'm gonna check on Katie Wu.
Who did the Guardians traded somebody, didn't they? They traded for somebody. Noah Syndergaard.
That's true. Katie, oh come on, just pop up.
Nice. Can't spell.
There she is.
All right. I'd love to see Cashman in the street. No.
Who said that?
Steven.
Yo, I think everybody wants to see Cashman in the street right now.
And Dykeman is over.
The Dodgers have acquired Ryan Yarbrough from the Royals. Okay. I know he used to pitch for the Rays at one point. We got 5 people in here. What's up, everybody? Let me know how you guys are doing, how you guys are feeling. Hope you guys are all doing good.
Let me know your thoughts on your favorite team's trade deadline, if you guys liked it or not. I know we have 3 Yankees fans in here, but everybody else, let's see it. Very interested to see. I know a lot of other teams are happy with their trade deadline.
Urias.
I think that's something that's always gonna come. Especially Orioles fan. If I was an Orioles fan, man, I'd be happy. I'd be super happy. I'd be ecstatic.
I would be too.
Fantastic trade deadline for them. Yankees fans, not so much. Luis Urias just got that's confirmed. Who's Ryan Weathers?
Ryan Weathers,
For
man.
Garrett Cooper. He has to be a.
So we're still waiting for a couple of things to happen. We're waiting for the Yankees to be declared done, or we're waiting for the Cardinals or the Rays to be done. I think they didn't. They only said Dylan Cease wasn't getting traded, right?
Yeah, they only said that.
So White Sox
And the Giants.
and the Giants. So it's been the Twins and the Giants have been officially done with the trade deadline. What happens is even though it hits 6 p.m., there's still trades that can dwindle over. So we're waiting for that before we continue with the next part of the show.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. They just traded Garrett Cooper for somebody who has a negative WAR. He's 1-6. He has a 6.25 ERA and has started 10 games.
There you go.
But how old is he?
I'm dead. Who? Ryan Weathers?
Ryan Weathers. I can't see how old he is.
He got traded to the Marlins,
To the Marlins for Garrett Cooper. He's 23. Maybe that's why they did it, because he's young.
John Heyman says Eduardo Rodriguez does stay with the Tigers. Wasn't clear for a while, but team confirms. Okay.
The Dodgers add to their by acquiring Ryan Yarbrough.
We're still waiting for. Shout out to the 5 people in the chat, man. Thank you. We're still, like I said, just waiting for some confirmation on the Yankees finishing or not having any more moves done. I expected this beforehand because I know the Yankees are losing their identities. You're right, Eddie. I don't think we can see the Yankees as we used to see the Yankees, as a team that would always try to win. It's frustrating because you see teams like the Blue Jays and the Orioles trying. It's really sad and disheartening because you want your team to succeed. And they see, because we're fans, right? But they work for this organization, and they see the flaws more than we do, and they just don't address it. They don't call up their players. They send players down. We are just going to see. I'm just waiting, like I said, to just identify, just wait for this to finish so I can proceed and continue on with the show. Let's just Bleacher Report. We're just waiting for that to happen. Haven't heard anything from. Let's see what Katie Wood, if she said anything.
But what are you looking for?
I'm waiting for her to say if. Okay. So most of the reporters will know if they're done, so they'll say it, like what happened with the Giants. So I'm just waiting for her to say it with the Cardinals, because the Cardinals are one of the teams the Yankees have been eyeing to make a trade with, but we have not seen any confirmation yet on what the Yankees will do or if they're done. Usually we'll hear from different insiders and stuff saying that everybody's done. Mitch Keller was not traded. We knew that because I think John Heyman said it first. So once again, a disappointing trade deadline. It got really boring towards the end. There was nothing really crazy being done. Last year's was much better. This year's has been kind of boring. So
I just think the lack of big names, unlike last year.
You know what's really messing it up, and I think MLB needs to do something about it. It's the fact that now there's an extra wild card team. So because of that, you're gonna have more teams being buyers and sellers. So what I think they need to do is push the trade deadline back, honestly. because by the towards getting closer to not towards the end of the season, but like a little bit more, maybe like 2 weeks from now, you have an idea of who's actually going to. Okay, here's an interesting one. The Royals traded Scott Barlow to the Padres, so now they have a pretty good bullpen now.
So
So
the Padres were buying.
they're buying.
They were buying hard.
Yeah. So that's that. Um. So yeah. So I think they just need to move the trade deadline back a little bit. Joe's McFly, dude, I can't wait to watch him just go off. I know he's probably going crazy right now. Yo, I thought this was a real tweet from Jack Curry. It says, "I'm being told that Brian Cashman stayed up until 3 a.m. watching Titanic with Hal." God, Steinbrenner, which caused him to oversleep and miss the deadline. Oh man, we're still waiting. Joe's McFly, man. I don't think they make any more moves.
With the Yankees or just in general?
Yankees.
It's just been quiet. It's just a bunch of people saying nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for this press conference that he's going to hold. I cannot wait to see what crap he says. Because there's just simply nothing.
I don't think the thing is, I always feel that when something like this happens, there could be an excuse. Like there could be something said, but there's no excuse for what happened today.
No excuse. No excuse. Not even Tommy Pham, bro. Not even Tommy Pham. Who sucks and is a rental and he's old and you couldn't even do that.
Kenyon Middleton, bro, just watch. Watch when Kenyon Middleton becomes an all-star.
We're once again just waiting to see what is going on. Scarballo, dang, he has a 5 ERA. Oh, he sucked this year. We're just waiting to hear. What I'm literally just waiting for them to say the Yankees are done, just so I can begin. If they don't make any more moves, if they make like a move, look, I'll say this: if they do make a move for like a decent outfielder, then I'll be like, all right, whatever, fine, you did something. But I'm telling you, if they don't make one single move to improve, I'm just waiting, man. Somebody said that Cashman has too much PTSD from all the failed trades he's done, so he did not make a trade. I think I agree with that, honestly. Not getting anything yet. Oh man, this is just
If I see
bad.
one more tweet about Scott Barlow, I might just delete Twitter.
Word.
Yeah, I don't think anything else is gonna happen, to be honest.
Okay, I'm gonna go on my rant. And if look, I could be posted on the frozen cold takes, whatever it is, after this rant. I've been watching the Yankees actively since about 2015. I want to say it's not that long. But in 2015, I remember it was the wild card game against the Astros. I remember they lost that game pretty bad, but you're disappointed, whatever. 2016, They did a soft sell where they sold their two biggest relief arms in Andrew Miller and not Chapman. Miller and no, it was Chapman because then they traded him to the Cubs and got Gleyber Torres. And I don't know if many people remember this, but the second half of that year, the Yankees actually were doing good, and they had a chance to, to make the playoffs. I think they were only a couple games out. And in 2016, you saw Judge come in, you saw A-Rod retire, you saw the famous back-to-back home runs with Judge and Tyler Austin, which were their first, at bats. And 2017 was one of the most special years I've ever had as a Yankee fan. Now, you got to understand, people above my age, I'm 23, above Joel's age, he's 15, turning 16, you guys got to experience the dynasty. You guys got to experience the 09 Yankee team being adults. The closest we've gotten has been the 2017 Yankees. And, we went all the way to Game 7 of the ALCS. We almost beat the Astros. We almost did it. And we lost. They cheated. Fine. Okay, 2018. We traded for Stan that offseason. Now, at the time, I don't want to hear it. Everybody was for that move because he was an MVP. He was supposed to be the next A-Rod. And he was supposed to be a legend, And we got him. I remember that first game. It was against the Blue Jays. He hit a home run off of who? The Yankees are acquiring Spencer Howard from the Rangers for cash. I want to look him up real quick. I mean, he's not anything. Why are we getting relievers? Why are we not getting a hitter? Who cares? Anyways,
he's 27. He has a 10 ERA, 10.8 ERA.
10 ERA.
10.8 ERA. He's played 3 games, 3 innings, 2 strikeouts.
So 2018, that year we had Stanton and Judge got hurt throughout the season. And then I'm going to give respect to the Red Sox. They went absolutely nuts that year. They killed us in the playoffs. They went on to win the World Series, whatever. 2019, we had, a good solid year. We won the division. Our hitting was immaculate. I mean, because of course of the juice balls and everything. And we lost the Astros again. But you know what? When that series ended, I was like, you know what? We still can do this. From 2020, we signed Garrett Cole. That was supposed to be the year. And we signed Garrett Cole, and all you see was, you get this team that was supposed to make it and be great, and they barely made the playoffs that year. I remember it was the first time they did expanded playoffs, and they almost did not even make the playoffs, and they sucked. And then we got killed by the Rays in San Diego because that was when they were doing like a bubble type thing where they weren't necessarily playing in the home stadium. So we got killed, whatever. 2021 comes in. 2021 was one of the worst years I've seen as a Yankee fan. We traded for Rizzo. We traded for Gallo in the deadline, but it was just not great. We did not have a great year. Whatever. Year ends. I think that's the year we had Corey Kluber, too. Year ends. All right. What do they do that offseason? Well, that offseason was the lockout. The infamous lockout that the MLB had, and we knew what we needed, right? We needed a shortstop. Volpe and Peraza weren't ready yet. We needed more pitching. We needed outfield. We were slow. We weren't moving. Nothing was happening. So, what happens? The Yankees make one of the most infamous trades in MLB history. They traded for 35-year-old, 36-year-old, whatever the hell he was at the time, Josh Donaldson, Ben Wortvet, and IKF. They thought they were the smartest people in the room because they got Good defense out of Josh Donaldson. They got a stopgap shortstop for Peraza and for Volpe. And they got a catcher of the future, a lefty catcher. Oh, my God. Donaldson did nothing in 2022. He did nothing. Absolutely nothing. He was garbage. Ass. Everything. We won the division. But people don't remember, especially the front office, they seem to forget that we barely beat Cleveland to move on to the ALCS. We were down in the series, and we lost. I mean, and we won to make it to the next round. You're telling me a team like that didn't need any addressing? No, tweaking, nothing? Gene Segura will be released by the Guardians. Crazy.
Yankees should pick him up.
Made no moves. Okay, wait. Before I get there, so we get to that. Playoffs. Astros sweep us. Fine. Whatever. We know what we need, and that's offense. We knew what we needed, and that was offense. We needed hitting. We needed pitching was whatever, but we needed hitting, right? We go into the offseason. We sign Rizzo. Fine. Which I still am on the boat that we should have got Matt Olson or even tried to sign Freddie Freeman the year before, but whatever. We re-signed Rizzo, right? Look at my microphone falling. We re-signed Rizzo. Okay, all right. We got one of the pieces back. We re-signed Judge. Dope. All right. Then what? Can you name me the third move they made, Jordan?
No.
Well, they got Rodon. That was,
I
okay. But next move. Okay. No, you can't think of it. You cannot think of who this person was, right? Hold on, I gotta fix my mic stand real quick. Nobody can think of who this person was, right? They got nobody. They signed Willie Calhoun on a minor league deal. Double checking. Willie Calhoun on a minor league deal. Billy McKinney at one point. Who was the other one? Rafael Ortega. And then towards the end of the offseason, I think it was like a day or two before the season began, after spring training.
That's funny.
What?
Yes Network talking about Kenyon Middleton.
Oh, my God. We signed Franchi Cordero to a 2-way contract. They promote Volpe. He's starting the season with us. Dope. But you know one thing that did not change? The lineup. We still had Judge, obviously. Bader. No left fielder. Rizzo. Glaber. Now we had Volpe. And Donaldson. And Trevion at catcher. So you go into the season with that. What do you expect? Think about it, right? If you eat a piece of cheese that was disgusting yesterday and you eat it today, is it going to taste the same? Yes. Is it still going to be disgusting? Yes. You take the lineup from the year before, you put it onto 2023, you think it's not going to be the same? Tell me. It's going to be the exact same thing. Exact same. So, Yankees went into it. Trash April. I'm still trying to, see if there's anything at all. I'm trying to grasp at something. Spencer Howard, the guy they just got, has a career 7 ERA.
Basically 11 this year.
Sometimes aging a cheese. You're right, Chance, but I couldn't think of anything else. Anyways, So,
Wow.
um, what do you expect? The team sucks, and then what happens? Judge gets injured. Judge gets injured, and the team is so bad that we could not beat the Colorado Rockies.
Okay, Jeff Passan. The MLB trade deadline is over, and I'm going to have a date with an ice pack and some extra strength Tylenol. Thanks for following along.
That's it. That's it. That is it. Jeff Passan, the number one reporter in baseball.
It's basically announced it's done. There's nothing left.
That is it.
I mean, it went quiet for like 10 minutes. The only tweet I saw was this Scott Barlow guy, bro, getting traded. That's the only thing I saw. And that's it.
So, Judge goes down. We still don't have a left fielder. Now we don't have a right fielder. And you're sending out Billy McKinney, Jake Bowers, and Willie Calhoun. This was before he got hurt. What did you expect this team to do? You didn't even call up your outfielders. You have Everson Pereira, who's raking. Estevan Floria, who I've never been big on. Like, I've always thought he sucked, but he's raking. Not Dominguez yet. I mean, everybody knew he wasn't going to get called up. And you do nothing. You call up Peraza. You barely let him play. You guys are the number one reporters. They just letting their boss know, right? You call up Peraza. He barely plays. And when Judge comes back, you send him down. I truly have no words. No words to describe what just happened. The Yankees needed an outfielder. An outfielder. Did not get one. They did not get one. The offense has been so bad. And they did not get one offensive player. What did they do? Joe, what did they do?
Kenyon Williams.
Kenyon Middleton.
Who's Kenyon Williams?
I don't know who you're talking about.
He's a basketball player. Oh, don't forget, bro. Spencer Howard, 11 ERA.
We got two relievers who suck. And I'm going to be honest. I don't think I can watch any more this season. Now, there's people who are like, oh, if you're not with the team forever, da-da-da-da-da-da. But why should I give my time, my commitment to a team that did nothing? Nothing. Like I said, if you would have got Tommy Pham, fine. You would have got Dylan Carlson, fine. Manuel Margot, fine. You did none of that. You got Spencer Howard and Kenyon Middleton. A reliever who won't be here after the season ends.
Let's see this guy's contract. It makes you interesting.
Steven says, we got relievers, so when we're 25 games back in September, they're going to pitch. You know you're right, Steven. And I am honestly I'm done. I can't watch this team anymore. The only way I will watch this team is if you call up Pereira, if you call up Florial, if you call up freaking Trey Sweeney. Call your prospects up. Call up Peraza and let him play.
This team ain't serious.
This team is not serious. I can't believe they did not trade for one person.
Oh, yo, don't be disrespecting Spencer Howard, bro. He's not.
Spencer
He's not.
freaking
He's not a
Howard,
free
bro.
agent until 2027. But he has arbitration.
Yankees did not make one single impactful trade.
Jose, Red Sox fan now confirmed. Oof.
No,
What are you gonna do about that?
that would never happen. You made no trades. So, like I said, if you call up some of the kids, fine. All right, let's roll. But if you're going to keep with this lineup, I'm done. Anthony Rizzo. Let me tell you something real quick. Anthony Rizzo has not hit since May. He's so bad. What do you think the Yankees have done, right? Any other team would bench him or make him bat in the bottom of the order. He's batting fourth tonight. Fourth. He was batting third yesterday, a day after he struck out 5 freaking times. And now he's batting fourth. What does that tell you? Right? So, I am just disappointed. Yankees made no trades. They traded relievers just so they can say they did something. And I just don't know anymore. I don't know what to say. I cannot do this for another half a year or next 2 months. They're not making the playoffs. There's no trade deadline to get excited about anymore. They're not going to play the kids. They're going to keep rolling with what they have. A team that had 18 strikeouts 2 days ago. A team that had 12 strikeouts yesterday. No effort.
What time does the game start tonight?
7 something. It's bittersweet.
7:05.
7:05. So we got 20 minutes. And Yankees did nothing. We did not acquire any bats. So we are going to be streaming for a while. Kind of mad I put it till 8:30 because I'm just very upset that the Yankees did nothing. I was hoping to talk about what they did, but we will be talking about the other teams and kind of grading their performance as far as, looking at what they've done. You might as well, try to do this for the other fans out there who are not Yankee fans. And you will essentially, we'll just talk about it. I am a baseball fan at the end of the day. I know there's a lot of people who are just Yankee fans, and just kind of talk about everybody that got traded, who I think did good. And, oh, wait, we're dropping frames. We back. Are we good? Wait a minute.
It looks good to me here.
We got to give it a second. Okay, I think we're good. Sorry, I think we dropped for a second, but we're back. This Wi-Fi want to be acting stupid. So yeah. So we will be talking about some of the trades that have happened, and going from there. So let me see if I can pull up a website real quick. I'm going to see if I can find something. It tells me all the trades.
I'm looking for the same thing. I can't find it.
Trade. So, MLB deadline. All right. So let's see.
The thing is, there weren't many trades.
All right. Well, they let me fix this in OBS real quick, just so you guys can see this. Hold on, let me go with actually the main screen.
There we go. Yeah, I'll do the same thing.
And then give me a quick second, guys. I'm going to fix this real quickly.
Nice.
So
Yo, shout out to the 6 people in the chat, bro.
There's 6. Let's go. You guys are gonna just hearing me upset and not happy about how trash the Yankees did today in the deadline. All right. So hold on, I gotta open the chat back up again. Nice. Anyways,
First of all, picture me yawning.
alrighty. So we're gonna talk through some of the trades. I don't know how far back this goes. Oh, it goes back down for a while.
Oof.
Okay, so July 19th.
Watch out.
So I guess they started tracking it once you know.
Season came up.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always a point of the season where nothing happens.
So we're not even gonna talk about the stupid Yankee trade. San Diego got Scott Barlow, who hold on, let me just fix this a little bit. There we go. Yankees got Scott Barlow, who was the closer for the Royals. So pretty much he didn't have great stats. I think he was. Joel's looking it up now. We're gonna talk about it a little bit.
I don't think I looked at Scott Barlow. He was just there for that long.
Yeah, but he was pretty good. I think he had a good like a couple years that he was pretty decent.
It's in this bug.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean the stream is fine, but it's bugging.
Stream is okay. So
Let me see if I can find a picture because they would be putting pictures here.
So Scott Barlow, the Padres got
Here
him.
we
The
go.
Padres ended up not selling, and
Scott Barlow this season, 2 wins, 4 losses, a 5.35 ERA, 38 innings pitched, 47 strikeouts.
yeah, he was not good. He wasn't that good. But they got another closer to accompany Josh Hader, so you know they're bolstering their bullpen. Boston got Luis Urias.
I like this move. I think Luis Urias, he plays the entire infield from what I've heard. I know he
Yeah.
plays third, second, shortstop, at first. So Milwaukee gets something.
Decent
I don't
move,
even know
yeah.
Who starts from Milwaukee, to be honest.
Yeah, so a decent little move for just looking at what's going on. Just looking at what anyways, sorry. So yeah, so just bolstering their roster, and that's gonna be a common theme because I'm very upset at the Yankees, where we will see teams bolstering their roster and making them better, for their future, and the Red Sox did that, so I'm proud of the Red Sox for that. So next we got the Dodgers acquiring Ryan Yarbrough. I only remember his tenure from the Rays. So I'm curious to see what they do with him in Dodgers. I'm very surprised the Dodgers did not get a starter. I thought they would get somebody, but they didn't. So that's pretty crazy. San Diego got Garrett Cooper, which is a nice little move. Garrett Cooper, he was a solid first baseman for Miami. So now he's going to San Diego. So I wonder what they're gonna do because don't they have Jay Cronenworth playing first? Not too sure what they've been doing over there. Then we got Miami acquiring Josh Bell and the Guardians getting Gene Segura, which was pretty interesting. They released him right after, so he won't be doing anything for the Guardians. The Mets got some relievers just for depth and stuff, and the Dodgers got cash, which is interesting. Who Dominic Leone? Dominic Leone was traded from the Mets to the Angels. So more rotation help for them. Not rotation, sorry, bullpen. And then a big one we had was Jack Flaherty to the Orioles for a couple prospects in St. Louis. So that's good. I'm happy for the Orioles. Like I mentioned earlier, if when the Yankees don't make the playoffs, I will be going for the Orioles. I do appreciate just that organization and just the way that they've built their team. They don't really sign a lot of players, but they do draft really well, and they've gotten a great team. So shout out to them for getting Jack Flaherty, and they got a bunch of prospects. Dodger getting cash for Otani. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly. No, I that's exactly what's gonna happen. I would not be shocked. So, to continue on, we will be going Rodolfo Castro to the Phillies. For Bailey Falter, no idea.
He's whack.
Yeah,
I checked this. That's how he's trash.
Then we got the infamous first trade that the Yankees made was Kenyon Middleton for Juan Carrera, which I've read he was a really good single A pitcher for the Yankees, and now they gave him up for a reliever who is a rental. A rental. Let me remind you that the Yankees don't even have a playoff spot, and we're trading for rental relievers. Yeah, as you can see, seeing that just triggered me again. Anyways, Tommy Pham to the Arizona Diamondbacks, which was dope. You know, at least they got some depth there. Milwaukee got Evan McKendry. No idea who that is. Alex Jackson to Tampa Bay. Austin Hedges to Texas. Or for Pittsburgh. Luis Patino for cash considerations. We got Jake Berger to the Miami Marlins. You know, the Marlins made some moves, man. I'm happy for them. And then the White Sox got Jake Eder. The Milwaukee Brewers got Andrew Chafin for Peter Strzelecki, whatever his name is. Edward Bazardo for Logan Reinhart between Seattle and Baltimore. Then we got Philly and Detroit, a big trade right here with Michael Lorenzen going to the Phillies, which is good for them. They needed some help in the rotation, so that's good. For Hao Yu Lee. Interesting. And then we got another big one with Justin Verlander going to the Houston Astros once again. For Drew Gilbert, I think he was the number one prospect for the Astros, and Ryan Clifford. So, once again, just another team that saw an area in need and addressed it, made the right moves, gave up the right people, and got a solid pitcher who's been pitching really good this month. And they have history with Verlander, and to see that, you know, they made that move, you know, good for them. I'm happy for them. So, then we got Paul DeJong going to the Toronto Blue Jays. Back-to-back moves that really pissed me off because I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, you had the Yankees missing an outfielder for almost 2 years, and the Toronto Blue Jays had no shortstop for 1 day. 1 day. And they addressed it. Colorado trades with the Dodgers. Colorado getting Justin Briel. Dodgers getting more money. So it looks like they're planning on something in the offseason. So good for them. San Diego getting Rich Hill and G-Man Choi for a bunch of prospects. So good for San Diego, just showing that they're trying to buy. And then Atlanta got Brad Hand for Alec Barger. No idea who that is, but hey, here you go. Tampa Bay got Adrian Sampson, Manny Rodriguez, and some money for Josh Robertson. I remember Adrian Sampson. He was like, I think he was like the pitcher that gave up like 10 home runs to the Yankees last year. It was funny. And then Kansas City got Tucker Davidson for money. Jace Peterson for Chad Patrick. Jose Cuas for Nelson Velasquez. All these moves, we can start looking at the bigger moves, like AJ Pollock going to the Giants is a good move for them. Heimer Candelario going to the Cubs, of course, not shocked. Mark Canha was the one that I got upset about. I really wanted him. He went to Milwaukee. Paul Sewald yesterday gets traded to Arizona. And then Aaron Savali going to the Braves. I mean, that's gonna kill the Yankees. I mean, anything's gonna kill the Yankees at this point. Then the Angels the day before got C.J. Cron and Randall Grichuk. Just making their team even better. Nicky Lopez to the Braves, Jordan Montgomery to the Rangers, and then Jordan Hicks to the freaking Blue Jays, bro. And Max Scherzer getting traded to the Rangers. So for Luis Angel Acuna, which is Ronald Acuna's brother.
Very, very top prospect.
Yeah. So, and then Houston got Kendall Graveman. Then Dodgers got Lance Lynn and Joe Kelly. David Robertson to the Marlins. Carlos Santana to the Brewers. Giolito to the Angels. Ahmed Rosario to the Dodgers. Let's see all these other trades. Kike to the Dodgers. That was one of the first like trade deadline moves. And then we had the first one really being Shintaro Fujinami to the Orioles. So just slapped my hand on the thing. So yeah, those were pretty much the main moves that went down. Pretty much. Andrew Chafin. Did we mention that one? You know, God, the Yankees put a graphic of,
Middleton.
of the middle. Yeah. This is so bad. Anyways, so yeah, so pretty much we did that. We'll have to look at what we think everybody's performance was in the trade deadline, and we could just go team by team. So I guess me and Joel could go.
We could start with the winners and losers.
Okay, all right.
Biggest loser.
The biggest
New York
loser. I
Yankees.
mean, and I'm not saying it because I'm a Yankee fan. I'm not, like, legit. I'm not. The biggest loser is the New York Yankees, and the Red Sox had potential to be up there too, but they got Luis Arias. They actually made a trade, to bolster their offense.
And for a while too, he's only 26. I would say he has pretty high upside. Something is something. It's better than
Something is something.
Middleton. Oh, don't forget, bro. I already forgot his name. Justin something.
Just who you talking about?
The guy that the Yankees trade for. I already forgot his name.
Kenyon Martin? No,
Kenyon
Middleton.
That's what's the other one though?
Thompson.
No, it's not Thompson.
It is Thompson.
It's
It is Thompson.
not Thompson, bro. Spencer Howard.
Oh. Yeah, there you go. That's the other dude. Yankees were the biggest loser. Just absolute disgusting. F minus. I just don't understand how can you be that stupid and not make a trade for a freaking outfielder. Who you got, Joel?
My biggest loser?
Yeah.
I told you it's the Yankees, bro. I think the Yankees, just to look, there were teams that made no moves at all. I don't even think, did the Twins make any move? I think the Twins made like one move. Even they had a better thing because they knew that this season isn't going to be as good, and the team that they have isn't even that good, where to the point where they can sell or buy. And I think the Twins knew that, and they understood that nobody wants what they have for some reason. The Yankees have at least valuable prospects. The Yankees have at least valuable rentals that they have for this year. But for some reason, what do? Nothing. Not buying, not selling. Instead, they get, what's his name? Kenyon Middleton. What do I think? I think the Yankees lost. And I think they lost a lot by not making any moves. Because if you want to improve the roster, you get hitting. If you want to sell, you sell players like IKF and players like Harrison Bader. But instead, they didn't do any of it, and they stay the way they are, knowing that they're not going to make the playoffs. And if they do, they're going to lose in the first round. So I think they lost the trade deadline. The Yankees. No, let me go first on the winners because I think there's a lot of winners.
Well, who's your biggest winner?
My biggest winner
Yeah.
is probably the Orioles. I liked what the Orioles did this year because the Orioles have a really good young team, and they just got even better by getting somebody like Jack Flaherty, a pitcher, and they needed pitching. That's the good thing about the Orioles. They needed pitching. So by what the Orioles did is that now they've almost cemented themselves as a team to watch for the World Series, and I think they have a chance to make it now, especially in the playoffs where pitching is so important. It's definitely going to be something to watch, the Orioles, now that they have Jack Flaherty. So in my opinion, I think the Orioles won.
For me, it's a tie between the Rangers and the Orioles. The Orioles, just like Joel said, they're a young team. The biggest thing was getting a starting pitcher to really bolster that rotation, and they went and got Jack freaking Flaherty. He hasn't had the greatest season, but he's a piece that can really provide for this team. And I think that they're great. I mean, they did their thing. They got the move done. I think that was their biggest move, if I'm not mistaken. So Orioles, just by that simple little move, they just changed the whole dynamic of the team. People also said they were going for Verlander. Unfortunately, they didn't get him, but shout out to the Orioles for doing their thing. And then I have it tied with the Rangers. The Rangers are just absolute menaces. They went and got Max freaking Scherzer. Obviously missing DeGrom, missing Evaldi. They were like, we're gonna just replace the two of them with the two best pitchers in the market by getting Scherzer and Jordan Montgomery. So shout out to them for just being there and getting what they needed. That's the thing. When you're going for it, you're going to trade for what you need. And obviously, we've talked about the team that did not do that. So those are my two biggest winners. What other winners do you have?
Probably, to be honest, the Cubs. I think the Cubs had, well, of course, the Rangers too, but you already talked about the Rangers. I'm going to talk about the Cubs, and I'm going to talk about the Astros, because getting somebody like Verlander is not just going to pass by. I mean, not only do you get him back, but it's Verlander. This is a guy that we've seen him pitch great in the playoffs. We've seen him pitch great in the regular season. He's going to improve an already amazing Astros team into being another World Series caliber team, and probably will go back to back, if they can go through every team like the Orioles. But we will see. Also, like I said, the Cubs. I really liked the Candelario move. Looking at what the market was, this year's market wasn't really that good. So seeing that Candelario was there and they took the opportunity, in my opinion, they got probably one of the best hitters in the market. And that's something that you don't just miss out on. Teams like the Yankees could have used him fantastically. Yeah. But instead, a team like the Cubs got him. And I think the Cubs really now have something to go with, especially also because his contract is super affordable. He has a really good contract for a really good hitter like him. So I think it was a good move for the Cubs to see what they can do. Trading a prospect, though, that I heard was pretty high on their chain. But it doesn't matter because they got somebody that they can hold on to for a while. So definitely the Cubs. I also liked Milwaukee. Milwaukee made some surprise moves. I didn't think they were going to be buying, but instead they were. They sold one player, Luis Urias, but that's his name? Yeah. They sold him, but besides that, they picked up Mark Canha. That's how you say his name? Canha. Good outfielder, good hitter, especially they saw what they needed, which is probably hitting, because I think they have one of the – if every one of their pitchers is playing good and healthy, I think the Milwaukee Brewers could have one of the best pitching rotations in the league. But now they add some hitting, which I thought they could really use. So, yeah, my two biggest underrated winners were the Cubs and the Brewers, definitely. I like them a lot, what they did this year. And I think the Phillies today, they picked up a good pitcher, Michael Lorenzen. Definitely addressed something else that they needed was pitching. I think Michael Lorenzen adds something that they could use in the playoffs especially. I don't think we've seen him in the playoffs before, but I think he could definitely add something if he does play the way that he is right now. So I think those three teams have definitely won on the underrated side.
Good. Those are great picks. I think that and that's the thing. Like, there wasn't many sellers, but the Astros doing the thing and going and getting freaking Verlander again is just insane. And I just did not expect them to do something like that. I also believe the Brewers did good. Even the Padres going and getting some pitching depth and, just bolstering the rotation because they always needed help with that. And, and the Cubs, they said they weren't going to sell. They were going to buy. They got Caldanario. I wish I said his name. They got somebody else, too, if I'm not mistaken. I think they got double checking real quick. I feel like there was somebody else they got. I guess not.
Wait, who got Tommy Pham? I already forgot.
The Diamondbacks.
The Diamondbacks didn't do bad. They had a good
Yeah,
the Angels, right. I think the Angels knew what they wanted to do, and they did it.
Anyways, so they did that. So shout out to the Cubs. And so those are some of the big winners, and obviously we gave our big loser. Is there any other losers that you have? I think the Red Sox.
Dodgers.
The Red Sox, too. I think for me, the Red Sox, even though they got Urias, they just did not do great. They didn't do anything. So, just not great. They could have had a chance to also bolster, but at least they did something. I think the Yankees are just all the way in the bottom.
Now, the difference that I have between the Dodgers and the Yankees is the fact that the Yankees are whack, and not doing anything makes them whacker.
Yeah.
But the Dodgers are good, so not adding anything doesn't hurt them completely.
Exactly. Yes.
But the fact that they didn't add anything kind of hurts them a little bit, knowing that
Yeah.
they could have been
They
better.
could have even been. Yeah. And that's why I think the last pick goes. Well, you know what? I won't even give the Dodgers an F.
I'd give
because
them like a because the thing is
they were gonna get Rodriguez, and he said no.
No, so it wasn't even their
They were
fault.
gonna get Verlander, and he said no. So like, you know, it's not their fault. They tried. You know, Flaherty they could have got,
But the fact that they didn't get anything, it hurts them a lot. But
it-
it's not like they had a bad one. It's just that it could have been better, definitely for them.
Yeah.
But it just sucks what happened.
So I want to read this tweet back to the Yankees because we are a Yankees podcast. No, we're not. That says the Yankees have one left fielder on their payroll. Joel, I'm gonna give you 3 guesses so you can guess who it
Left
is.
fielder. I don't even know who plays left.
It's not somebody on the team.
He's not even on the team.
No.
What you mean? He's like AAA right now,
I don't know. He's just not on the major league roster.
bro. I don't even know.
Do you want me to just tell you?
Clint Frazier.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Aaron Hicks.
Wow, I should have known.
Aaron Hicks is their only left fielder that they have on their payroll. So I'm just so done. You have reporters questioning, like Brian Hoke, who is such a great guy, and he really does, do a good job handling the Yankees.
Yeah, Steven knew.
What's Steven said?
He said Hicks. He knew.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
So Hicks. Yep. Yeah, so even Brian Hoke, who's like a nice dude, said, I'm going to read to you exactly what he said. I saw one earlier. He said,
just shoot me now.
He said, I just don't understand what the Yankees did at the deadline. Pick a lane. Either go for it or don't. Acquiring a rental reliever wasn't the move. You know, it's just frustrating. As we see Yandy Diaz just hit a shot, and let's see what happens. Okay, kind of for left for running in. Okay, catching it at left field. So I guess kind of for left was going to be the Yankees left fielder, platooning with Shut up. The trade deadline's done, but nobody freaking came. Anyways, so Yankees did nothing. Trade deadline was mid. I guess I'm just having my expectations are so high because last year's was so good. Yeah. But look, people will say that you'll be a fake fan if you don't watch anymore. But why would you give it your all to a team that's not giving their all? Like, that's just the thing that I just don't understand. Like, I will just simply not. I asked for one thing as a fan. One thing. And that was for an outfielder. And we didn't even get that. We didn't even get somebody on offense. Look, I'm wearing my ring, so that's why it sounds louder when I slap. We did not get one person on offense. We got 2 bad relievers and one who's a rental. Explain to me, Joy. Who?
Edis Leonard is a Tiger.
No idea who that is.
He has no picture, bro. I thought he died.
Wow. Let's take a look. It's been rough, ladies and gentlemen. It's been rough. We've been here for 3 hours almost. It's been a rough stream. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. We started the stream. My stupid computer started to act stupid. Didn't want to collect Wi-Fi, so I ran and grabbed my MacBook, downloaded OBS as fast as I could. We hooked it up. Then it started lagging on the MacBook, and then finally the computer started working. So we were able to switch over, and then the Yankees did nothing.
And it was boring. There was nothing.
There was nothing.
There was
All
no
the
moves.
trades happened this morning.
If we would have
or
started
yesterday.
at 12 p.m. this morning or this afternoon, it would have been beast. Because Verlander, Lorenzen, but nothing happened, and it was kind of disappointing. But you know
What offensive plays got traded? Let me today. Let me take a look real quick. Luis Urias. I mean, I guess what's his face? Josh Bell. Nobody good. Nobody wanted to trade their hitters. Rodon is pitching right now with a full count. I'm just sad. Oh God. Okay. Wait. Is this? Oh no, this is a fake. I almost got. Freaking. Somebody said Jack Curry wrote something, but it was a fake Jack Curry.
What do you say?
No, it was like, I'm not sure why the fans are so upset. This team is 4 games over 500 and only a couple of games out of the wild card. This is a championship caliber team, and we feel like we have everything we need to win. Even though it's a fake account, that is something Cashman would say. So I'm curious to see if they're gonna do a press conference. But
Somebody's on first. Oof, he must have walked in.
the Yankees were said to be looking for controllable talent, and their bullpen has been the best part of the team. So naturally, they acquired a rental reliever as their only move. And we're complaining. I can imagine that the players are not happy either, man. So all I want to do is for the season to be over, go to football, do some fantasy football, and just have some fun. Because right now I'm not having fun, man.
Yo, make sure y'all tune into the Chamber Pod podcast this week. I keep saying it, but just to make sure y'all remember, Chamber Pod podcast coming out this week. SummerSlam predictions for those who are interested in WWE, and then of course the watch along for SummerSlam this Saturday, August 4th or 5th. This Saturday, doesn't matter, at 8 p.m. Come and watch with us. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be super fun, if you ask me. So yeah. Definitely tune in. We're gonna have live reactions, maybe some challenges for those or for us who have some predictions set on the Chamber Pod. So it'll be very fun to watch. So tune in this Saturday for the Chamber Pod podcast and also the watch along for SummerSlam. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
That's right. Maybe that will make me feel a little bit better.
Facts.
Man, I'm telling you, it's been something. It's been something. It's been a whole baseball. I don't even know if this is copyright. I gotta take this off. It's been something. We are here live. We expected the Yankees to make some moves. They did not. We are just frustrated with this organization. All I'm saying is I hope they get some of their young talent up. So, I've been waiting for the trade deadline for weeks. Let me tell you that. I've been waiting. I've been counting down the days. I've been super excited. I've been keeping up with all the news. Because I was like, the Yankees are going to do something to help this roster. The Yankees are going to do something to help. And what do you know? 2 relievers. So, that's that. Once again, shout out to everybody who's in the chat. How many people does it show for you? 4. 4? For me, it shows 5. It's probably wrong. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody. I'm acting like I'm finishing. No, we got some time left. I have the game Yankee pulled up. They just Yankees got a double play. Nice. Now it's going to be the bottom of the first, where we will see the Yankees go down 1-2-3. Wow, they released Jorge Alfaro. I'm actually shocked by that.
Designated DFA.
Talk to us in the chat. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to talk about? I can go on about how disappointed I am about the freaking Yankees.
All I'm going to say is that, really? This deadline was boring. This deadline was not.
It was garbage.
I mean, I remember when Platino, that's his name, Patino. I remember when he got traded, bro. I got so hyped. It's my guy, Patino. No, but really, though, I felt like that Eduardo Rodriguez thing was. I I felt like it was unfair to the Dodgers, but at the same time, I do understand where he's coming from. He wants to stay close to his family, but to play for the Tigers though, I mean, I don't know. I would go to the Dodgers if it was up to me, but I don't know.
Yeah. Ugh. It's so sad whenever the trade deadline ends, because like now it's like, what is
What do we
left?
do now?
Like
Yes, boring.
now you just gotta wait for the postseason. August is always the worst month for baseball, in my opinion. Oh, Eddie says the Rangers are the winner for me.
The Rangers.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, like I mentioned, you know, they did their thing. They went and got Montgomery. They went and got Scherzer. You know, they did their thing. So I'm happy for them, and you know, I hope they do well. Because here's my thing. Here's another take I had. You know, I see a lot of Yankee fans trolling the Mets and the Padres for being bad. But you guys need to realize that them being bad is not good for baseball. And the reason why I tell you that is last year when we had the lockout, or the year before, whatever, we, you know, they did not want players to make more money, right? So you got these teams like the Padres and the Mets who are handing out money, and look at their season. So when the next CBA comes, what do you think they're going to say? They're going to be like, you guys did nothing. You gave all these players money. They didn't do anything. We're not going to pay more. So them being bad is not good for baseball, and I hope everybody realizes that, because you need to pay your players, and the owners are not going to want to if these teams like this are bad. But the saving grace is the Rangers, because the Rangers went and got Seager, Marcus Semien. They paid for DeGrom, Evaldi, Heaney, Gray they signed, yeah, not traded. They got all these people. They're taking on Scherzer's contract, you know, and they're doing good. So, you know, it's their saving grace as one of the bigger budget teams actually making it. And, you know, so that's that. But we shall see what happens with this team. And, yeah. What you got, Joel?
To add on to what Eddie said,
Jake Bauer struck out.
at first, I was considering putting the Rangers as my biggest winner. But thinking about it a little bit more, they added a Max Scherzer who's been injured a lot, and then he also found he was cheating or something like that earlier this season.
Cheating?
You don't remember that?
Yeah, that's right.
And then also Jordan Montgomery. So two very good pitchers, but the reason why I had the Orioles as my winner was because we've known for the past couple of weeks that the Orioles now are showing that they can be actual like contenders. Like they're first in a super tough AL East, which is like good. Like that's really good for them. And I think now that they've added what they needed to do, now they just made their championship contending into like really good championship contending status. Like I'm trying to say, like now they've almost cemented it that you got to watch out for them in the playoffs. So they're going to be a tough matchup. So that's why I had them as my winner, because now they've cemented it. While the Rangers are good. Of course they are. They have one of the best records, and they've also just added one of the best pitchers. But also you got to think about the fact that there could be some downsides to having somebody like Max Scherzer. We know he can get injured. We know he can be found cheating, apparently. Now, Jordan Montgomery is a good pickup, but we will have to see how they do now. But we've already seen the Orioles, even if Jack Flaherty does bad, they've already proven that they can be contenders. Now we just have to see if the Rangers can do the same thing. So that's why I had the Orioles as the winners, and also why I have the Astros as probably my third best winners next to the Rangers and the Orioles. So that's what I got to say. But I do like your pick, Eddie. But it's like I said, though. I think the Orioles have already proved it.
And just to basically sum up the Yankee season, Judge got a perfect single, and literally in the first pitch of the next at bat, Gleyber Torres hits into a double play.
Yeah, that just happened.
And no, Joel brings up great points. And also back to the original point of the Orioles needed a starting pitcher. You know, they needed one badly. And they tried for Verlander, like I mentioned. They tried for Cease. According to Jack Curry, they sent an offer. I guess
Cease on the Orioles would have been crazy.
that I would have been so mad. They tried, and They ended up with Jack Flaherty, who was like the fourth, fifth
I
best
say,
pitcher.
like you said. Because in this market, I'll say this right now. If the Orioles were in the same situation they were last year, they would have been like.
Crap, what did I just write?
Steven says the crazy thing about Baltimore is the amount of prospects they still have because of how terrible they were. I'm gonna tell you something right now. When the season started, I thought the Orioles were gonna be the worst team. And then I was doing a fantasy draft, and I was looking at all the Orioles players, and I was like, yo, the Orioles got a really underrated team. I told my brother Eddie, I don't know if he remembers that, but I told him the Orioles are going to be nice this year. Because at first, you see how bad they were last year. They were horrible last year. And then out of nowhere, you see in the offseason, they added Gunnar Henderson, who was the number one prospect. They already had Adley Rutschman in the outfield, Cedric Mullins, Austin Hayes, stuff like that. Like, that's a good team. And then now, not only are they young, but they're also improving. Like, I always saw the Orioles as, like, an underrated team. And then now we're actually seeing them, like, bloom and actually becoming a very good team. So it's like Steven said, they're trash last year. Or they were trash last year. And now they have so many young players because of that fact. And now they're just good. And it's crazy. That's how you build. I think the Orioles had probably one of the best building systems in the entire MLB. Very good from the Orioles, to be honest. And now they're just getting younger and getting better. And even though Gunnar Henderson, I feel like he's been kind of underwhelming. He has his good. He's a very on and off player, but like when he has his good spots, then he's fantastic. But when he's doing bad, he has a slump. So definitely it's interesting to see Baltimore and what they've done, but definitely they've done good though. And now they're talking about the Spencer Howard and.
I'm curious to hear what they say.
I didn't even know about calling it a little bit better. They're whack.
Robin?
I didn't even know about calling it a little bit better. They just said that the Yankees made their bullpen a little bit better.
It didn't. I mean, you got a guy with a 7 ERA and a 10 ERA.
11 ERA, basically. And I always felt like the Yankees, as soon as they got Rodon, and he got hurt. I mean, I kind of thought he was gonna come back and be bad, but I mean, he's doing good for how he came back.
Well, his first three.
I thought after they signed him and they got pitching, I knew they needed hitting, and now we're seeing it. It's crazy. Eddie says the O's have a really good farm too.
They do.
Yeah.
This is how you know the Yankees are toast. The two announcers, Jeff Nelson and Michael Kay, are talking about how these bullpen arms are good for the Yankees. Exactly.
Yeah, you see, Michael K makes up a good point. He said all they did was just improve what they already had good, and they were horrible at hitting.
Yeah.
So why didn't they address that? That's what we've been talking about the whole time, basically. Dang.
And now we got Jeff Nelson saying they're going to make the playoffs, even though they did not improve their hitting. No, I'm freaking done. This man, you want to know what this guy, Jeff Nelson, who's done great in the past, by the way. He said the reason why they suck right now is because they were thinking about them getting traded. What does that tell you? We have people blaming the fact that they can get traded to why they suck. I just. I'm dead. Ugh. So yeah. So what do we think is gonna happen? Like in the future with the Yankees, I don't know. I just. What do you do?
I think um, I think next year they're gonna try to run it back again, and then they're gonna see they're gonna be whack. I think they're gonna be whack, and then when they see that, they're gonna be like, okay, that's it, it's done. Hopefully, and then they just trade everybody. Maybe, probably not, definitely not Judge, but we'll see. I think honestly, a team that I thought really did good this trade deadline was the Mets. I thought the Mets, they sold in the perfect way that you're supposed to sell. They got one of the best prospects in apparently the whole MLB and Acuna's little brother. They got him. Plus, they already have a young team. You got Brett Batty, he's kind of whack this year, but I mean, still very, very high upside. They have a young team to look out for. They have the catcher, that's his name, Francisco Alvarez, really good hitter. The Mets, they sold and they sold perfectly. They knew who to sell, which were two pitchers, which was smart because this was a market where if you have those two pitchers, you sell them, and they did that, and they got really good prospects out of it. So I think the Mets, they did exactly what the Yankees should do next year, which I don't think they will, but they did what they should do. Unless the Yankees get Ohtani, then forget about it. But they're not.
Yankees are not getting Ohtani.
I think the Dodgers are getting Ohtani. If you look at all these trades that the Dodgers made, half of them were cash considerations, and I think we know why. Because they're going for Ohtani.
You're right, Steven. Everybody who works at Yes is literally a bot. Like, what the hell just happened here? I don't even know what. Anyways, you're right. Everybody's a bot, and everybody just simply they don't. Michael K sometimes does say what he needs to say, but they just you can't keep looking for positives when there are no positives. Why are we batting Rizzo fourth? He can't hit. How did he even get on? Oh, he walked him. Okay, never mind. One thing, Rodon, I love Rodon, but he has to clear up his walking issue. He's been walking a lot of batters, so hopefully he can start to calm that down, because it's not looking great. Sorry for the silence. Just
7:30.
7:30. Still trying to, comprehend everything that's went down in this trade deadline. Like I said, nothing crazy really happened in terms of big moves. Today, Scherzer being traded was dope. Who's the other one? Verlander getting traded was dope. So good for those teams. Astros, look, the thing with the Astros is
Great stream, fellas. I'm out of here. All right, see you, Steven, bro. Thank you for coming.
yeah, man.
Thank you for
appreciate
watching.
you. I think we might end the stream a little early. I think we might end it at 8. Just cause
Enjoy the game, Steven. Don't get mad.
is he gonna watch? I highly doubt he's gonna watch the game.
Probably.
I know Steven pretty well.
But all right, thank you, Steven. For those who still here, thank you for watching
That's
the whole
right.
stream.
Yes.
We've had a consistent 3 or 4 people.
That's right.
So thank you for everybody. I know Eddie's been here for most of it. So what's good, Eddie?
Rodon just walked another batter, so now he has 3 walks in not even 2 innings. It's the second inning. Rodon needs to fix his control. But anyways, so we'll end at 8 tonight. Just gives us an hour to chill and do some stuff. And we're just going to, I guess we can just finish the night with talking about, just an overall, the next plans for Dugout and all this stuff. Like Joel mentioned, we got the Chamber Pod episode coming out sometime this week. Still got to figure out when we're going to get that out. Saturday, we have a watch along. It will be me and Joel. We'll be here watching SummerSlam. So we'll get off the baseball topic for a bit. We'll watch that.
Some wrestling.
And watch some wrestling. Hopefully we'll be feeling better. And yeah, so we got that going on, and then some stuff planned. I'm trying to figure out what else we need to do. I really want to start like streaming like old video games and stuff. Like I have an emulator on my PC, or just making like regular videos or something and going from there. And yeah, so we pretty much got that figured out. As we're looking, the Orioles are beating Toronto 3-0, which I could care less about, because the Yankees they're not going to be able to take advantage of that. So yeah, so that's that. Rodon, come on, man. Can't throw a strike. Can't wait for the football season to start. Let's go Seahawks. We're just waiting for that now. I'm telling you, it's just gonna be real frustrating trying to watch the Yankees. Like I said, if I'll watch the Rodon starts, because Rodon's my favorite pitcher right now. I will watch if they call up the kids and stuff. But this team right now, man, is just so sad. So sad. So yeah. Freshen the page. So yeah. Da-da-da-da. Crazy stream we had today. Like I mentioned, had some technical difficulties in the beginning. So stupid. And then we finally get rolling. We were just waiting for moves to happen and just nothing. Oh God. So somebody scored. Manuel Margot, what an irony. The Yankees were trying to apparently get hits a ground rule double. And now we're losing 1-0. I'm telling you right now, once it hits 8 o'clock, I'm not watching this game anymore.
I might just not watch it anymore, bro. I'm about to leave.
Where you going?
To eat. I'm hungry.
All right, well, shout out to Joel for joining me for this trade deadline talk as we navigated through the session and just trying to field out trades and stuff. He was the one on the stats, and if there was something that I didn't get to, he would get to it. So thank you, Joel, for being here. It was fun. And,
thank you, Stream, for having me.
That's right. He will be SummerSlam watch along on Saturday.
Watch along. Yeah, I'll be back. Make sure y'all watch the Chamber Pod.
That's right.
I'm out. I'll see you.
Yes. So, yeah. So shout out to Joel for joining. Appreciate that. And now we will just keep the ball rolling for a little bit longer. Go from there. So yeah, Yankees suck. And now they're losing as well. And they probably won't score. I guess I can start cleaning up my room a little bit. Get the setup back to how it was. This camera right here. Actually, he's going to be back on Saturday, so I might as well just leave that there. So yeah. Da da da. Rodon, man. So Rodon's problem right now is that he's just allowing way too many. Uh, he's just walking too many people. I think he has. Look, he has. Oh, IKF catches that. All right. So he's walking a lot of people, and he's not happy with himself. I can tell. But hey, as long as you just bounce back, I know it's 50 pitches in 2 innings. It isn't great. You know, Rodon is the guy. So yeah. So Rodon, like I said, just needs to step his game up and just get. So yeah. I guess while we're here, we can do like um. Let me just start cleaning this up a little bit. Gotta get my room back in order. It's a mess. Hi Joel, stepping in, helping out. And it's crazy, man, cause like the countdown's happening, and we're all waiting for a move to be made, and nothing's happening. Yankees don't do anything. They trade for a reliever. It's just crazy to me how like that just happens. Like you don't even try, which is like the most disappointing part about it. Well, I'm gonna mute myself so I can disconnect Joel's mic real quick.
And he aims it.
Fly ball deep right, going back. Bowers, track, wall, see ya. A home run for Diaz, and it's 2-0 Rays.
Well, Diaz's first 2 at-bats seen nothing but fastballs, and that was up and away. His first one, he flew out to left, and that was another fastball upstairs, a four-seamer, a 2-2 four-seamer that he hits out the other way.
So here's Franco, who walked in the first. 0-1.
See where this fastball is. It's up about belt high. Pretty similar to the home runs that the Rays hit yesterday. Around belt high, letter high.
Oh, and 2. 2 sliders in a row to Franco. Diaz, a career high 15 home runs now. One and 2.
You see how the ball just traveled. Let Rodon supply the power. 95 up.
Lace the other way, foul.
There's a great angle from behind.
And the changeup punches out Franco. 1 away.
Well, his changeup was supposed to be away, but you see Higgy reach across the plate. Sometimes you don't get that call because you have catchers reaching back. But Rodon was able to get that. Higgy wanted that changeup down and away, try to get that sink. You really have to get on top of that changeup to get that sink to go down and away to a righty.
0-1. Grounded left side, through for a base hit for Ramirez.
Rodon's really heavy fastball anyway, about 65% or more of the time. That was another fastball up that Ramirez just got on top of, and he smokes it just past LeMahieu. You have to start mixing in the slider a little bit more. Maybe that changeup down and away to get those rays off your fastball. And sometimes that breaking ball will dial your mechanics back in because you really have to stay back to get that over for a strike, just like that one right there. Well, that was a good pitch.
Rosarena is hitless in his last 21 at bats. He struck out in the second. I don't know if he was really super pumped or geeked in the first and second inning, but fastball is down to 94, 95 consistently when it was at 97 consistently in the first 2. Keep an eye on that. You're saying it could be
well, sometimes he overthrows. When he overthrows and you see the ball up in the zone, he does get amped up a little bit, and you see the 96, 97, but it's for a ball. And for him to dial it back into the strike zone, he's going to have to take a little bit off and stay back, and that's when you're seeing the 93 to 95, and that's down. I'll take that 95 down. When you're throwing 97 up and you're trying to overthrow, you're going to wind up walking guys.
Well, as long as you think it's by design, then that's cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I just think the way that, you know, you see he always lives on top anyway. I mean, his strength, top of the zone. And he's always been a guy that's always had deep counts. If you look at him when he was in Chicago and even in San Francisco, you know, he's averaged a little bit over 5 innings because of how many pitches he throws per at bat. And it's because of that high fastball. When he overthrows, you'll see the heat. When he dials it down a little bit, it's in the strike zone.
And that's in the seats. A long home run for Arozarena. A 2-run blast. And it is now 4-0 Tampa Bay.
Now this is the second home run of this inning with center cut fastballs. Diaz got one a little up, but center cut, and Arozarena got one right down the middle. He just dropped head on.
There's a strike on the curveball to Paredes, so we've seen him throw the curve and the change. He's trying to find some combination.
Well, he needs to find something to get him off of his fastball. You watch where this fastball is. Another pitch up in the zone, but center cut right down the middle, and Arozarena knew it.
High fly ball, shallow left. Kiner-Falefa makes the call on the catch. 2 down. Well, that's a way to break an 0 for 21.
Well, get a fastball up around your belly button and crush it to left field.
Now the fastball's up to 97 again, 0-1.
Well, that's probably because out of aggression and anger.
Oh, 2. Did he go? Yes, he did. So Lau goes down on strikes. 2 home runs in the inning, though. Go to the bottom of the third, 4-0.
Thank you. I appreciate this. You want one of these?
I'm good, KG.
You want your ginger shot?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I need some positivity today. I'm trying to cover this spread, and your vibe is off, G.
What's wrong with my vibe?
You got to get you one of these, G. Get to sip some of this positivity in your life, and boom! You see that? Spread's covered. Thank you, Mama. In a minute, G. Ha-ha!
Odor is hard-earned. Eliminating it is easy with OxyClean Odor Blasters. Work your magic.
With Wendy's BOGO dollar deal, your dollar never tasted so good. So everyone's gonna get
spicy chicken sandwich and a nugs.
I was gonna say a Frosty and a Frosty.
You can do that.
I don't know, Willie's really smart.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's, buy one, get one for $1.
Massage temporary dans le boyau. Baissiner avec 20 minutes, ce qui vite font dry out. And voilà.
This is gonna taste all right.
Tens of thousands of customers wrote about Carvana being fast in their 5-star reviews, including Sheena.
This was our second purchase through Carvana. It was super easy and really fast. This time we traded in a car and couldn't believe how easy it was. And we found the car our family really needed, and in red. Next thing I know, our new car was here and our trade-in was gone. Bye! Ta-da! I literally tell people all the time how fast and easy Carvana is.
Buy your car with Carvana today.
Pride brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture was submitted by Megan. Her son Grant loves rooting on the Yankees, and his favorite player is Harrison Bader. He's got Harrison's shirt on. Good-looking shirt there for Grant. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media. Reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game.
You know, Michael, last night, the Pinstripe Pride, the cute little baby girl that was on it, and how I was saying, oh, it's 7 o'clock, she should be in bed. This is mommy-daddy time.
Right.
With the Yankee game, and you kind of jumped all over me. Well, I got a tweet last night, and it was from her mom, Emily Krause.
Right.
She missed the Pinstripe Pride, her daughter on the screen. Do you want to know why?
Quiet time? I don't know.
Maybe put her to bed at 7. So that 1950 parenting style does work on occasion, Michael.
It doesn't work in the K-House.
No, that's what I understand.
No.
It's like mayhem.
They run it. It's K-Hem. Suggesting a 7:30 bedtime wow, it just starts trouble. And Volpe is down looking.
What time are they hitting the hay? 11, 12?
Between 10 and 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
School nights as well?
Yeah, we try to get them, at least in bed at 9, but it doesn't work.
So you guys are really good disciplinarians.
We've lost.
K-House.
Hands are up in the air.
Done.
It's over. Old parents have to have some concessions. We don't have the energy. 1-0 on Higashioka.
How old are they?
8 and 10.
Oh, there we go.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Higashioka down on strikes. Third strikeout for Eflin. And that'll bring up Bowers. And let's check out the Febreze fresh stats on Jake. 571 slugging last 33 games. That's 9th in the American League since May 29th. He's had a home run in each of his last 2 games. Nice, easy inning for Eflin as he retires the Yankees in order. We'll go to the 4th.
Play So Rare MLB, a free revolutionary fantasy game and marketplace that transforms fans into general managers. Build your team with ownable digital player cards. Collect, buy, sell, and trade to optimize your lineup. Compete against So Rare managers from around the world. Climb leaderboards and advance to elite competitions. Based on your player's performance on the field, win rewards like game tickets, merch, and much more. Draft your set of free cards now at sorare.com/MLB.